Hey, welcome to another Mad Chats and Recaps with myself and the lovely Tasha here. Tasha, you
Hey,
doing good today?
I'm doing
Everything?
fantastic. How are
Mm-hmm.
you?
I'm doing good. Oh, I should have did a background too. I didn't think about it. Why don't?
It's okay. It's okay. We'll
Shame,
just leave the the
shame,
tunnel up.
shame. But yeah, we are our second episode, our second recap back from our
Amazing.
hiatus. We're
Yes.
doing great, doing wonderful. We have a
Mhm.
lot to catch up on. And starting off with the Forsaken, as
Let's do
usual.
it.
Our adventurers continued their battle in the Spider's Lair last Monday, crushing spiders left and right. Just as it seemed the battle was in their favor, however, three web covered golems formed from the walls of the den. They had a bit of a difficulty fighting their way through, but Kazil's quick thinking helped even the odds, leading the group well on their way to hopefully clearing the lair, and on to discovering wherever it was that the library had sent them. So
Spiders are gross.
yeah, so they spent the entire session in battle last week. They have a little bit more battle to go, and then they're free. But where are they?
Yay.
Where are
I
they?
don't know.
They don't know.
I don't
They
know.
don't know. I know. They don't know. So so what happened on Stormfall on Friday?
I heard it was a doozy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
So panting and out of breath, the fatigue of sustained battle, how long set in for our heroes. Muscles ached with every step our heroes took and every movement they forced them to make. Ethazis's demeanor had just changed. He was weakened and hurt and cornered, so close to his goal, which made him more dangerous than ever before. But so were our heroes. With their goal in sight and within reach, their intense battle of wills, swords, and sorcery come to completion last session. Like my mom. Did, Dan. Okay. Rain fell from unconsciousness to death on the cold stone slab beside their friends. Like my mom. Daniel, our heroes fought so valiantly and with every fiber of their beings as they narrowly managed to stay just one partial step ahead of Ethaz. With Garrick's quick thinking, he was able to briefly put Ethaz to sleep, allowing everyone to ready their best shot and strike the final blow together to their nemesis, Ethaz Beauvoir. At last. I don't know if I said that last name right, but he's dead, so it doesn't
I
matter
love
anymore.
everything about this. So this is what happens when I 5 minutes before I started the recording, I thought maybe I should read over everything first because
Never read
sometimes.
over it.
But then I thought I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's okay. And then here we are.
Because I'm not gonna proofread this. So
Here we are. Um, yes. So obviously Dan wrote his own recaps. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. But huge battle.
yes.
Unfortunately, Rain is gone, no longer with us. But next, this upcoming Friday, we're actually we have a little bit of more stuff to figure out. So either this week or next week is when we'll start doing the epilogues, and you'll kind of see what everyone will be up to, like post campaign,
Nice.
and also maybe get a little bit more info on Rain and what's going on
Oh,
with them, because
yeah.
and yes, the Timmy Lich is dead. Thank goodness.
Woo!
Thank goodness. On last Saturday's Tower of Dreams, it didn't happen this past Saturday due to a couple players out, but the party started off haggling with a Fey giant named Finian and ended up relinquishing the awesome sword that they pulled from the stone in return for some cool Fey items. After traveling to the edge of autumn, they find a mushroom village and then stay in a disappearing inn. They finally make it to Winter Pass through, though they make it to Winter Pass through there rather quickly, having a run in with a member of the mysterious Unseelie Court. They ended up in the personal forest of the Wild Child, who turned the party into animals and has them completing tasks to earn back their freedom.
Sounds like a
Wild
party.
Child. So what happened on Saturday's In Extremis, Tasha?
Hmm. Let's see. The mysteries of Macaw continue to abound. The foyer's art seems to now change on a daily basis. A giant metal orb with eyes beset in its myriad what?
Oh,
See?
oh.
Buffering brain facets hums loudly on the ninth floor. Massive angel wings were found on the first basement floor, and a treasure vault 2 floors below that. A gargantuan creature that eats nightmares visits you in your worst dreams and seems to reside in the ill portion of the forest outside. Liazana and Breelith made their way back to the giant footprints in the mud, only to make this discovery just as the storm began to resume. Like my mom. Maybe we do need to prove 3 things. Breelith tried to communicate with the creature, only to hear grunts and growls until it began to sink into the ground when it uttered a single word, which no one understood. Tassude. Liazana and Breelith were able to keep the creature from being drawn into the ground as their friends arrived, being alerted by the creature shouting Tassude into their mental link. Once the creature was freed from the ground, Zia, Sinister, and Guardian followed its track to investigate more. Together, they found a cave that opened up to the Omega Sea far below, and at least 100 rotting corpses that looked exactly like the creature above. Ugh. Zia returned to camp and with Breelith tried to sleep in an attempt to nourish the creature with their nightmares as it had eaten them before. Sinister found clues to indicate there was something magical with the creature above and returned quickly to the makeshift campsite. Together, the group watched as the creature died and a smaller version pushed its way out of the carcass. That's disgusting. This new version having eyes and a mouth. Okay, as they dealt with this, they tried to return to the house with the creature, but it seemed pained when being removed from the ill portion of the forest. Yeah, why are you trying to return? Don't leave it. Leave it.
We wanted to help it. We wanted to help this creature.
No,
yeah.
Ew. What's wrong with y'all? This is no.
Look, Breelith has a thing for very nightmarish creatures. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's supposed to leave. Wait, nope,
no. Leave it. Just
burn
it with fire.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. So, on the last Obsidian Scar, which wasn't last night, but the last one that we had, after clearing out the Demon's Den, our adventurers head through the streets to find the Fortress of Sorrow and their dear friend Peppino. Using polymorph to disguise Jules and Liliana, Lennox, Maeve, and Derek move through the city. They soon found a building that curiously looks like it's from none other than Vossarel. Lennox finds an alley for Maeve to summon her magnificent mansion as the group tries to do some reconnaissance work in the fortress and end up exploring a little further than intended. As they explore the endless hallways and doors, Lennox reaches out to Peppino, actually getting a response. There are extremely detailed elven statues, magically locked doors, and large mausoleum-type containers filled with a familiar green liquid. Derek reaches out to his god for guidance and helps lead the group to where the cells are and a weak but alive Peppino. But they need a key, which of course is probably on the person of Bobsadu, the Arcanoloth. They find him playing sad piano music from a stage and summoning dozens of creatures to hold them back. The group struggle to reach Bobsadu and the key to their friend's safety. Dun dun dun. Dun, dun, dun. So next thing will probably be in battle with the Arcanoloth. It's fine. Yay. It's okay.
We're fine.
We'll be okay. We'll be fine.
Everything is fine. Hey, our motto's back. Everything is fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I didn't change any of the little markers to show what we're talking about on screen. It's fine. It's okay.
You guys know what we're talking about.
So, yeah, announcement. Stormfall's in its final weeks. Probably like another week or two, maybe 3 tops. We're back, of course, with Mad Chats and recaps every week that we have, content. We didn't have one last week because we didn't have any content last weekend.
Yeah.
And also, new show on Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Mad Games at Dusk, which is one
Saturdays?
Sundays. at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. My Games at Dusk, which is the first show in several that will actually be premiering over the next month and a half. So stay tuned. We have a lot of new content stuff coming. We're gonna be working. We're reworking the Patreon and other things. So yeah, stay tuned. Store, all that good stuff. All right. I think that's all we got for match hats and recaps this week. Y'all are awesome. We'll see you on Discord, see you on Twitch chat, and see you next week. All right. Bye.
Bye.
One. We're here. We're alive.
What? Wait.
What?
I wasn't ready.
Listen, I was counting down. Welcome
Is this
to
going
another.
down on 2-1 or on after?
Welcome to another. I was going to say
He
Matt
stopped
Artwood
at 2.
stuff. Not yet.
Okay.
Welcome to the Forsaken. The Forsaken
Steph,
every Monday.
Steph's gonna teach us all how to draw.
Every
right now.
Monday night. That would be
Hey!
great. Honestly, that. Oh my gosh! Now I want to see that. Anyway,
We should do that.
welcome
Maybe
to
we
another.
should.
Welcome
Steph,
to
tomorrow's
another,
meeting.
The Forsaken.
Us players, how to draw. Jonathan's
see
brilliant.
it. I want to
I
see
love
it.
it. It's on tomorrow's docket. Steph.
We all learned how to draw our characters.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh wait, maybe
Yeah.
Zarvar will finally get artwork.
Oh
my
gosh.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
I only say that
Well,
because I'm.
It was been a nice
When
stream.
facts rain
Bye.
down
Good
from
night,
the
y'all.
sky.
Good night.
It's been fun.
All right.
So, welcome.
Hey, I'm the
to-
only one that doesn't have the
Welcome.
character, and I'm not
We're done.
complaining.
Okay.
We're done.
Welcome to the Forsaken. which is every Monday night here on Mad Bird Streams at 10 p.m. Eastern Time to 1 a.m. Eastern Time. We're happy to have you. Welcome anybody that's in chat. Be sure to share it out. Welcome players. You are the best. We have a tweet going on Twitter that I set up. So we're happy to have you all here. Last
Yay.
week. Yay.
What happened last week, Steph?
What happened last week indeed, Dan? Why don't you give us a recap? Kidding.
Yeah.
All right. So on Mondays,
Zeal held hands.
so last week, our adventurers continued their battle in the Spider's Lair, crushing spiders left and right. Just as it seemed the battle was in their favor, however, 3 web-covered golems formed from the walls of the den. They had a bit of difficulty fighting their way through, but Kazil's quick thinking helped even the odds, leading the group well on their way to hopefully clearing the lair, even though Dan wasn't here because
Nowhere
Kazil
to be
has a
seen.
quick thinking.
Nowhere to be seen.
And
But you're welcome.
on to discovering wherever it was the library had sent them. That's what happened last week. It was all battle, all the time for the entire session.
Mm.
So
Not for
A
gerbil.
little bit of
It was-
all the
it
time.
was tiring. It was
Sticky corns.
exhausting. They all need some Gatorade, and yeah.
Oh.
Used to call it Gatorade. Sorry.
So that's what happened last week. Let me close that out, and here we are. So let me go ahead and start some battle music here. Perfect.
Do battle time.
Okay.
Go for
Are we gonna
Rangers.
record that and play it on loop?
Yeah.
Yes.
Be great.
Do everything in house from now on. Everything.
So glad I have alcohol. Okay. All right. So y'all are now my mic's just in my way. We need to rearrange some things here.
Right up in.
All right. So the 2 spiders on the battlefield right now, which I think is pull this up.
Tegan?
Make sure it's showing.
They're
Yeah.
Tegans. Yeah.
Are Tegans. So they are not baddies. The others, let's see here. Oh, it would have been nice if I would have pulled up what I needed here. The others here, just to give you a little layout of the battlefield. I didn't write down if there's anyone still restrained. I know, Gerbil, you said you thought that Gerbil was
Gerbil
still
is-
restrained.
Nope.
Gerbil's still restrained.
That was your
Um,
chance.
I think everyone else is okay.
No, it's more funny if Gerbil's still restrained.
But I think
She is.
because Gerbil made several bad rolls last week, that's
Yes.
that's where we
But-
settled on.
But I commanded the golem to sit. So
You
the golem
did.
is
So we
now.
have a sitting golem, even though I don't
Nice.
have like a way to make this golem sit down. In this little, this little.
Can you turn him on the
mini-
side?
That's
Just have him
laying
lay
down. That's laying down. So Golem 3, which is this one over here, right in front of Gerbil, is sitting down, which is basically prone.
Yes.
Let's see. Turn taking 8. And then Golem 2 has a small fire going up I think his leg. So he's taking some fire damage each turn.
Is Zavar still stuck in him?
Is the what still stuck in him?
Zavar?
His fist.
Oh, that's right. Oh, no.
Isn't that how you started the
no,
fire?
Zavar got his fist out
No.
because he got it
I
out
pulled it
just
out.
before.
Oh,
He
okay.
pulled the fist out.
I pulled out.
So Zavar pulled the fist out of the golem, and so Zavar is not on fire. So, yeah.
Yeah, you miss a week.
Hey, it's Mondays, man.
Yeah.
My fists are my best weapons.
Oh, dear
Nice.
God. Okay. All right, friends. Where is this?
We'll extend before punching you.
Dang it. Okay. All right. So I think we were at the top of the round, is where we ended last time. Which brings us to, let's see here. Well, Renarius, which I didn't bring up his character sheet here. Let me bring that up really quick. Well, Well, once my computer decides to load something.
Once it's ready, have you tried spanking it on the bum bum?
I have, Dan. I did. Just earlier before I started the stream.
It's really awkward.
Before I
can
started
hear
the
it
Zoom
from
call.
here.
Yeah.
That's what initially
They
scared Boo
they
Boo.
could hear it in the next room. But sometimes a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do.
I
So-
just put my headphones on and
Yeah.
just let her do it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me pull. I'm
Your
sorry. Give me a
drinks
couple of
vibrating
seconds
on the
just to
top.
find
It's
Rhaenyra's
like
here.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Give him
Okay,
a
sorry,
fighting
Seth,
chance.
sorry.
It's fine.
I'm
It's
just,
okay.
just filling in while you're getting things.
It's okay.
started.
I'm just looking for Rhaenyra's here. Maybe he's fisting a giant too.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I guess Regina was. Compared
Oh
Oh
gosh.
my god. Okay. All right. I have no idea what Rhaenyra's would do in this situation. I'm
Fireball.
guessing. Let me see what his
what
his spells look like. Okay, he hasn't used a lot of his spells according to his character sheet.
Is
in
this what we
Beyond.
find? Is this what we find out? Rhaenyra has been holding out on us the
I
entire
mean,
campaign.
As far as I can
Been
tell,
working
he's
for the
only
library
he's
to see
only
what he
used a
does.
first level spell. Unless he has it, he doesn't mark them off as he uses them. Okay, well that's all right. Well, let's try to. And I haven't played a wizard in so long either. Where is he at
I've never played a
currently on the
wizard.
field?
Top.
He's
Oh, yeah,
way back in the
he's
corner. He ran away.
corner because, well, and that's
He
what,
is.
that's what magic users do.
Those squirming
That's
spiders in the
Likely
feet
excuse.
for fireball.
I don't like that they're
No,
awful.
we're all
Wow.
clustered together. Don't
I
actually
see
do
that.
fireball.
I see that. I see that. Okay. I
Unless he
don't.
has like sculpt spell or something.
I
don't know,
don't
what his
know
build is
wizard
like.
spells.
Ah!
Let's see here. Slow, stinking cloud, banishment.
If there's still a lot, it'd probably use something with control, maybe.
Oh, he
You know,
has
that,
a
like a
banishment
hold-
spell.
Banishment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why don't we do banishment?
Yeah. How do
Um,
glasses folks keep their glasses clean? This is like a never-ending battle.
It's a never-ending battle,
on
Dan.
Bandai.
That's
Is
just
It just always is.
That's it always is. Yeah.
That's why I buy like the 24 packs because they're just
Okay,
reading glasses for
three.
me.
Okay.
So it's just
Nice, okay.
ah, dirty.
So I think that either of these.
What?
So I think that
It's weird.
he would.
You say clean glasses, and now I just feel like I have to clean my glasses right now.
So I think that he would
Whether
go
I need them to or not.
after.
Pavlovian, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, these are,
it's like
oh.
yawning.
Oh no, it broke. Oh.
No one dare yawn. Don't yawn.
I think that we would. I think
Yawning.
that he would go after
Oh, gosh,
Golem
yawn.
2. Okay,
Mm.
Jonathan. Please. All right. So Rhaenyra is going to cast banishment on this golem. Let me write that down for him, so he knows to take off that spell slot. That's a level 4.
I've noticed our characters play best when we're not here and Steph's running them. Thank you, Steph, for your expertise. In all seriousness.
As long as it doesn't require me to roll, we're fine. I rolled horrible for the baddies last week. All right. So yeah. So he will cast Banishment to someone creature. The target is native to the existence in your banishment charges. Harmless. When playing while there, the target is incapacitated. The target remains there until the spell ends. So for 1 minute, if the target is native to a different plane of existence. Okay. Okay. Alright. Comes that turn. Okay, so you can see 60 on a charisma saving throw. That's what I was looking for. Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. Oh. Well, that's a -3.
What?
It rolled a 1. And
So,
it has a
he
-4
succeeds.
-4 charisma. So Jonathan, what?
Sorry.
Stop. Jesus. Alright, so golem number 2
Okay.
is banished, and we're going to mark that spot just in case. And so that's for a
Come.
minute, as long as Rhaenyra keeps concentration.
A minute.
Mhm.
That's like
Yeah, 10
That's
rounds.
like 3 sessions.
10. Oh my god.
Yeah, take a drink.
All right. So, yeah. So we got one golem gone. The other golem number 3 here is sitting in front of Gerbil. Gerbil had just went, sit! I know, repeat it, Gerbil, in your accent.
Sit.
I think it was more forceful than that. I feel like it was like a sit. Okay.
Sit, is it?
Oh, no.
Wait, no.
All right. So golem number 3 is sitting down in front of Gerbil. You hear this like loud rumble as it like hits the ground, and it's just kind of sitting there. We'll just continue in order here. Golem. Oh, now it's golem number 3's turn. Now, I think he can just use half of his movement to get up, I think. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. So it's going to stand up, unfortunately, and that's what you get, Gerbil, for being at the end of the the very last person in the turn order. All right. So the golem 3 is now.
You listen to Papa.
It's
Sit
now
down.
on its feet again. It just kind of web kind of comes out of its mouth and like gets all over your face, Gerbil.
No.
And it will take its action here. And let's see here.
Is he gonna kill Gerbil?
Alright, let me see if it's gonna do this. Okay. Alright, so it is going to raise its arms in the air. And you know what? What is it gonna
No.
do that?
Them?
No.
Like he just
No. Hey.
Bad golem.
Okay, no, it's going to open its mouth and more webbing comes out along with some like green liquid stuff and like just hits you right in the face.
Did I just get slimed? Is this Ghostbusters
This
1?
does a 21 hit, Gerbil.
Let me check my character sheet. Yeah, it just barely.
That is so you take 9 damage. And also
That's-
give me a
I love that.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Let's see. How's my luck tonight? Mediocre 10.
Okay, so so you take 23 poison damage total.
That is very rude. That is incredibly rude.
And it like wipes its mouth with its arm.
Yeah.
And yeah, let me see here. Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be its turn. Oh, it actually gets a nut. Oh. Okay. It actually raises its arms above its head, Gerbil.
Cool.
Does a 21 hit.
I would check my notes, but as we determined last time, yes, it does. Yes, I
Okay.
believe so.
Okay. This is a... Okay. That is 12 bludgeoning damage as it brings down both arms into a fist and slams right into your upper back.
Dope. Gerbil's gone. He is a down.
Oh, is he down?
Yep.
Okay. Unconscious.
Okay. All right. So
I went from 38 hit points to nothing real fast.
the rest of you see Gerbil just kind of oh shit. How do I flick this mother?
Wait.
There's a little flicker in here.
There we go.
Okay. I just want to flick it just lightly.
Don't flick them.
So
Have
Nice.
some respect.
okay. So everyone else in the battlefield, you see this giant this golem put this substance onto Gerbil, gives him a little bit of poisoning damage, and then brings down both fists into the upper part of Gerbil's back, just completely knocking him to the ground. And so Gerbil is now laying on the ground unconscious. And the golem kind of looks around at the rest of you. And that brings us to, that brings us to Pixarin. Oh, okay, watch me just make moves for the next 2 minutes. All right. Well, actually, who was it? Golem 1 is
Interesting
actually
choice of words this week.
gone. So Pixarin.
Oh, it's not Valentine's Day, so.
This is true.
True.
This is true.
True.
Let's see here. Pixarin. Let's see here. We'll just have her. Let's see. I think that this white thing, her spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I want to think. Okay. So
It's in
she
darkness,
will. Oh, that's right. It's in the darkness.
Oh.
Um.
Being crafty, I love it.
Let me roll and just see if it will be able to well, she can move it. She moves it herself, so she can move it towards her. Yeah, it doesn't require it to think for itself. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So she can only move it 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, which she can move it right up to this golem. And okay, so it will try to attack, which will hit. 6 plus 7. Okay, so 7 total damage to the golem. Number 3. And then Pixarin is... Oh yeah, Pixarin's right there. So what she would probably do, let me see her spells, since she is a cleric. Would definitely, I think, try to at least get some cure wounds over here to Gerbil. Okay. Let's see if she would be able to... Okay, alright. Alright, yeah, she's going to... shit. I should have moved her before moving that thing. Okay. Oh, man.
You got this.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe she doesn't have to... Oh, no, it is touch. She doesn't have healing word, I don't think. No, of course not. Alright. What would she do? 10, 15, 20. I think that she would probably take the chance. Alright, I'm gonna have her move over here to Gerbil. Which word? Attack of opportunity. Yeah, okay. Alright. It's fine. Oh, maybe it doesn't hit though. Let me see. Where is that? Oh, it doesn't hit. Oh, okay. Alright, good. All right, so she is going to cast. Can she? Oh yeah, she is. So. Pixren. Level 1 spell. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on you, Gerbil. Okay. That is. Let's see. A spellcasting modifier for clerics charisma or wisdom? It's charisma, right?
Clerics, I
Clerics
think,
is wisdom.
Okay. All right. Well, that's better then. Thank you. Okay, so that's actually 6 hit points to you, Gerbil. So you're stable, and you have 6 hit points.
Exactly how many when he beat me to death.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So that is going to be Pixren's turn. Golem number 2 is banished right now. So, sorry, I didn't warn you, Kaziel, but it's your turn. Then Tegan, then Juniper.
I cast greater invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And disappear from sight. And then I'm going to move from the location that I was in.
Gerbil just comes into consciousness to see Kaziel vamp out.
Just disappear.
Nice. That's amazing. Let's see. I'm actually just going to be right here. Going to go between those rocks back here. What am I, 5'10"? Now I'm going to go here. Got another 5 feet, and that should be plenty. 5, 10, 15. Just make sure I'm on that. So, greater invisibility. I don't have any bonus actions. I hustle over here, and that is actually going to have to end my turn this turn.
Okay.
Does anyone know how to spin these around so I'm not facing the other way?
Q&E.
Q&E. Thank you so much.
Or if you're using a mouse, you can left click and then use your little turning wheel.
Oh, cool. All right, thank you both. That's so cool.
All right. So that's it for Kaziel. After that is Tegan, then Juniper, then Zavar.
All right, so Tegan will.
Stop it.
Okay. All right. Flanking is only for melee, right?
I just smacked your hand, Jonathan. Stop. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was your question, Frank?
Flanking is only for melee, right?
Yeah. Anything with an attack, right, Dan? Anything with like an attack roll.
It would be a longbow attack. Yeah.
It's helpful for the ranged person too, but like, not melee. I think it's up in the air. I think the DMG says that like as long as like if I was invisible and standing next to this golem and Tegan was across the way, I'm like a distracting factor to this golem, so I would count for flank if I'm opposite. But there's some specifics to it.
Yeah,
too, so.
Yeah, go ahead, Frank.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
All right, longbow attack on Golem.
Okay.
27 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so I roll the damage first. 6 piercing.
Okay.
Okay, and since someone's within 5 feet, get sneak attack damage. 11 sneak attack damage.
Okay. All right. Still standing, looking pretty rough though.
Okay. Spider 1 will take a bite attack.
Okay.
Let me just. Oh, Christ, I forgot to do that. Let me pull up spider stats. One moment. Okay. Okay, it is +5 to hit. So 15 hit.
Let me take a look. 15 just misses.
Okay. All right, just to confuse the party even more, Spider 2 will mosey on up and make a melee attack, bite attack.
No.
Okay.
Damn, save number 15. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's it for Spider 1 and Spider 2.
Yeah, so your spiders go and try to, and somehow the web golem is able to kind of like move around and barely miss their attacks. Anything else for your turn, Tegan?
No, that's it. He's pretty much surrounded. Yeah.
All right. That brings us to Juniper, and then Zavar, and then Gerbil.
Good question about
Sure.
Gerbil, are you conscious now or are you still unconscious?
Yes.
Yeah, Gerbil's technically conscious now.
Okay. Is he still being held by the webbing of the golem grossness?
Yes, he still has webbing around him. He's still
Okay.
tied up.
Okay, but he's conscious. Does that count as a
Yeah.
willing creature?
As long as Gerbil is willing, yes.
I'm willing. Take me.
You have to ask permit. You have to ask for consent first.
Consent is important.
Mm-hmm.
Gerbil?
That golem did not ask consent.
He did not.
Before tying you up.
Yeah.
And throwing up on me.
Yeah.
And hitting me.
I believe you described it as sticky fluid last time.
Yeah.
Yes,
that was
sticky,
rude. That's rude.
sticky
I mean-
fluid.
Yeah. Cool.
Y'all don't know what Gerbil's into, but still, consent.
Everyone's into consent. Okay, I want to cast Thunderstep and see if I can bring Gerbil with me, but he has
Okay.
to be a willing creature of my size or smaller, and it's a teleport to an unoccupied space within range after I disappear. Big thunder boomy, and I don't know if it'll sever the spider web or not. Otherwise, I'll still leave, but I'm hoping to drag Gerbil with me. Even though he's conscious now, don't care. Get him out of range.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was looking at something. So what are you casting?
Thunderstep.
Thunderstep. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Thunder. Thunder. Thunder.
Oh,
Thundercats.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Give me sight beyond sight.
Okay. Thank you, Dan, for looking that up.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, it's okay. Okay, and I you can see within range, immediately disappear, thunderous boom sounds, and each creature within 10 feet of you space. Okay, so you're within 10 feet of the golem.
All of you would take damage. Cool.
Everyone would have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
So if they pass, they're fine. If
I
not,
believe in you.
or they take half damage if they pass. So
I
Saves
don't-
Gerbil, kills the rest of the party.
what's the range on Thunderstep? How many feet?
Let's see. 10 feet. Within 10
Okay.
feet.
I
Yeah,
got
Tegan's
15
fine.
away.
Yeah, just the
So-
spiders and
Spiders and picturing.
Yeah.
300 pounds is what you can carry. So
Gerbil,
I
a serious
think
question.
What-
I'm sure.
I put 270. That's what I put
Okay.
in my notes.
All right.
Nice.
Range your capacity.
And he's
creature must be
7
within
foot
5
8.
feet of you when you cast the spell. That's right. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
As long as he's willing. Sure.
Well,
So you move your character where you want to thunderstep to, and then Gerbil will move Gerbil along with you. There you go.
and,
So Juniper, how does that look?
well, let's see. I cast it, and then it's supposed to do Constitution 17 saving throw.
So you ask Gerbil for his permission. Do you just do you
Oh.
fireman carry Gerbil, or like what's going on here? Please paint a picture for us.
Oh yeah, no, she's just like burying her hands in his furry chest, like she's always wanted to do.
Oh
and
my
just-
God.
Yes.
And just
Love it.
pulling
What? Gerbil's still coming out of a.
yeah, he's still a little. You're still a little kind of like.
He sees
goofy.
Kazeel Band and then all of a sudden he's just like, Jenny?
Juniper just like grabs you by the chest, Gerbil, putting her fingers into your hairy chest and pulls, and then the next thing you know, you're like, what, 30 feet from the golem.
I don't know if it rolled damage, so I'm still not used to the system.
Well, I'll let everyone make a Constitution saving throw first, and then
Oh, yeah.
well, you want to go ahead and roll damage,
Okay.
which would be so
Oops,
just roll
no.
3d10.
Oh, whoops! It said 4. Okay, never mind. Oh, we'll just take one of those. Why does it say 4? Okay.
Because well, if you're casting at a higher spell level, but if you're casting it at the regular 3rd level, then
Okay. I'll just roll it off.
Okay.
3D. Okay. Let's see. 16.
okay. So 16. So everyone within 10 feet of where Juniper was, which would have been Pixarin, the golem,
And the spiders.
And the spiders. Yeah. Well,
no,
yeah.
I think
I
I
mean-
think they're just out.
Okay.
I think they're just out of the
Oh.
range. So I think
Not
it
gonna
is
argue.
just Pixarin and the golem. So let me roll for Pixarin here. I'm doing so good with this one tonight, and of course I roll a 1.
Oh,
Ooh!
All right, so Pixarin takes
I think the number was 16.
16 damage. So Pixarin is looking, for those on the battlefield, looking a little rough.
Listen.
Just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If there's anyone here who can handle it, it's Pixarin.
Okay. Yeah, she's looking a little rough. But still standing. Thank goodness. And I think that might, is that no, that's not concentration. Okay. All right, and the golem. Okay, well, I rolled low on him too, so. Oh, shit.
Yay!
Okay, wait a minute. Let me fix this. Okay. So he would take 16 damage as well. Golem 3. Oh. So, as you reappear across the battlefield, Juniper, with still with your hands buried into Gerbil's furry chest, and Gerbil's kind of just looking at you like, Juniper?
You
You
trust me.
You look across the battlefield
Yes.
and see Golem 3 as this little thunder boom kind of exerts out there. Just kind of go to his knees and cover his head and just kind of explode.
Oh,
Rocks
Whoa.
going everywhere.
Oof!
Nice.
So
Thunder.
we do have a golem in banishment currently. So what we'll do, let me get this guy off the stage here. And actually, so I don't get confused, I'm just gonna nope, that's not what I want to do. Stop. Okay, we'll just delete that. We'll continue through the order. Why don't, which actually puts us back to the beginning, which is 2 people that's not here, so I'll skip over those. So why don't all of you make a perception check for me?
and just real quick.
Yes.
The darkness was from the Wand of Wonder, right?
Yeah.
Directions from the Wand of Wonder. It's still
So
there
he
because
can't-
it was
he
for
can't-
for
yeah.
like 10 rounds. Yeah,
Right. He can't drop that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
correct.
It's bad.
Perception.
Yes.
Ooh, nat 20.
Okay,
27.
so nat 20. Give me 1 second, and I'll go around and ask y'all.
Okay.
Just kind of going back to my notes here and seeing. Meanwhile, those watching are getting a very nice ASMR page turning sound.
I can eat another cookie.
Free Mad Bird ASMR with Steph and Jonathan.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So Tegan got a 20, natural 20. Zavar, what did you get?
My total is 3 after rolling a 1.
Gerbil?
12.
Okay. Juniper?
My total is 7 after rolling a 1.
Casil?
12.
You
After
notice
rolling
Gerbil's
2.
eyes are yellow.
Bless all of you. Okay,
Listen, I am very distracted.
yeah,
reasons.
really. In fact, Juniper should have rolled with disadvantage. Gerbil, what did you roll again?
12.
12. And you rolled a 12 too, Casil?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I would say that Casil, Gerbil, and Tegan, you all three notice up to the far corner of this, like, as I said, this spider den is like padded dirt. There's like webbing everywhere, some like a little bit of roots you can see at the very top of it, which is probably about, like, the top of this den is probably like, Stephanie's so good with measurements, maybe like 30 feet
Well, how
above
many
you.
football fields?
Not a whole football field, a part of one.
Like
So
a third of a football field.
So
Gotcha.
about 30 feet high is the top
Third
of
a
this
football
den.
field.
On one of the corners, about 20 feet up into the air, you see the beginnings of a small hole going out of the den, with some roots kind of hanging down, a little bit of spider webbing, but you can see this exit that you could climb up to. Looking at, I would say, the three of you see it. Tegan, you would kind of see a little bit more since you rolled so high. Looking across the way, you can't see any vines or anything leading up to it. It's kind of a steep, I wouldn't say exactly like straight up and, but if there's an incline, there's a very, very small incline. But you don't see any vines or anything, or any, like, there's a little bit of webbing that maybe you could try to climb. Tegan, you would also see there are several eggs here.
Oh, jeez.
In fact, okay. Yeah, you see several eggs here. There are also there's some webbing towards the top, the top of the den, that might have some bodies in it. You see a little bit of glittering and some, like, an arm hanging out of one of them. On the floor, okay. There are some skeleton bones here and there, especially towards the side. Some kind of wrapped up in some webbing against the walls. And also, since you rolled a natural 20, you would also see, and this is bad because now I have to look at my phone because I put the notes in my phone. Okay, just went back to my picture. That's great. So you would see a couple of things on the floor too. You would see one item that looks almost like a potion bottle. And you would see another item that looks like a small container. And you see some glittering here and there as well, so you feel like there might be other things to find amongst kind of the webbing and in the corners of the room where there are the more skeletons. Maybe even on the bodies up on the roof. But yes, so that's what you see, Tegan. The rest of you, the other two, just saw, like, the hole that you could escape out of, maybe. So we'll go in order, since and you can have, like, an action or something that you want to say or do since we're still kind of going against a little bit of a time thing here. So Kazeel, you can take a first action, or have a minute or something to like.
Did
discuss.
Zavar ever go?
Well,
Did we just restart the round?
yeah, we're restarting. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Before Zavar
Can
gets
I,
forgotten.
Zavar. Well, no, Zavar and Gerbil dead last, and we don't get to go.
Well, I mean, it's a smaller order now because we're not going through Pixrin and Rhaenyra because we're not here.
Okay.
Can I, as a free action, call out to Kazeel?
So, sure.
I will just call out to Kazeel. Mention the items on the floor. Their approximate location. And I think to Rhaenyra, since did he notice the eggs as well?
I didn't roll
I think-
for them, but I can. No.
Okay. Then I'll shout to Zavar to watch the eggs. To not pick them up noticeably, but watch to see if they start
Zavar,
to do anything.
as you look around, as he says that, and you start looking around the room, you see several of these these little almost translucent sacks that seem to have some eggs in them around the room. These eggs are probably about, let's see, a foot tall and about 8 inches wide or 9 inches wide.
Okay.
All right.
Damn your face.
Yeah.
It's like-
Yeah, there's a lot of girth. There's a lot of girth to these eggs.
That word.
It's very girthy.
No, don't get us started on girth tonight.
It's very
We're
girthy.
leaving.
As soon as she said translucent sack, he was gone. So
Are there any of those eggs? I think there were eggs with the glitters and everything else that Tegan pointed out, right? Some of
Yes,
these
there
same
were
types?
some loose. You can see maybe some coinage here and there. Tegan would have also pointed out to you kind of like a bottle on the floor, as well as a small container. It looks like.
Okay. I'll just before I move say hey, and I'll invisibly head over there. I want to take a look at the goodies,
Sure.
but also the eggs. Like figure out, are they spider eggs? Are they some other kind of eggs? Like what's inside?
Okay. All right, Make.
If I can.
Are you checking out the eggs first or grabbing the items first?
I'm gonna head to the eggs that are with the items.
Okay.
But check the eggs out first.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Hopefully better than 2. What is mine? Oh, it was,
Yeah.
not as good as I was. Ha! But it's a natural 20 for 23.
Nice. Okay, yeah. The eggs that you kind of go up to this small medium-sized translucent sack that has about 3 eggs in it. They're kind of sitting nestled up against each other. As I said, these are about a foot, 8 inches by 12 inches, 9 inches by 12 inches. And they seem, they're not hard-shelled, but it's more of it's a soft-shelled egg. Yeah. Yeah. And as you, are you touching it? Are you touching the sack?
I'm gonna do the standard investigation
Okay,
protocol.
yeah.
So
So if
like,
you're
let's,
if you're
like, look
touching the sack a
and
bit,
then
it's
touch.
very
Mhm.
sticky,
Paste.
it gives in.
Nice.
You, as you're investigating it, it even kind of tears a little bit. So you could reach inside to touch the eggs. But as it tears, this kind of it kind of deflates a bit. The sack does, and
Okay.
and
I didn't know we were doing an
this-
alien campaign. Let's
and
go.
this,
Kazeel's John Hurt. Let's go.
this kind of eerie puff of gas or something kind of comes out.
Just gonna rest it down a bit, cover my mouth, and kind of try and open up that once it passes.
Okay, yeah, it
open
passes
up-
pretty quickly. It's not that thick of a thing.
Okay.
But you
Don't
start
forget to waft.
kind of pulling
Yeah.
through a little bit to the eggs. Do you touch the eggs at all?
I'm gonna
Your
look at them
investigation
first to
check?
see if there's anything that stands out. Like otherwise I'll touch
They're
them.
whole.
Okay.
Probably not an egg you've seen before.
Okay.
But they are whole. Just kind of a muddy gray color.
Okay.
And if you touch them, it does give some. It's a soft egg.
Oh, it's a little soft.
Gives a little bit, but if you kind of press in, it kind of you feel. It almost is, there's like you can't feel anything inside, but you do kind of hit like a firmness.
Okay. With my just in case it makes a difference, with my
Sure.
worldly sage researchy background,
Yeah.
would I know like a rough genus or like at least any like whether general or
Sure.
specific? Like once I get down to these.
Yeah, maybe
Kazil was a sage of the eggs.
make an intelligence check for me.
Intelligence, you say?
Yeah. Are you proficient in survival?
Take a peek. See. Well, I am in that I'm a bard, so I'm partly proficient in everything.
Okay, well you can either make just a straight intelligence check or a survival check.
Okay.
Because it
I'll
does
make a
have to do
survival
with
check.
like things that you would see out in the wilderness.
Okay.
So
It's 16 plus 4, dirty 20.
okay, all right. Yeah, because these, I mean, you can't be for sure, but it does seem like possibly these might be the eggs from the larger spiders.
All right. I will leave the eggs be, and then I don't know if I can do it in the same thing, but next up, I'll just kind of set those down and start collecting the stuff that Tegan mentioned.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, one item that you collect looks like a little, I say little container, but like almost like a, about this tall, about 4 inches wide, a couple inches tall, 3 inches tall, and it looks like the outside has like a leather on it with like a gold trim, and it looks like there's a top that comes off of it that's a gold top, so it's like a little container.
Okay. Nice.
The leather that's on the outside of the main body of the container, on one side it has a triangle kind of etched in, burned into the leather, and a very realistic looking eye. A small little eye inside the triangle.
It's from the puff of stuff that came out of the spider.
So it's a small eye inside the triangle that has like a glassy look to it.
Oh. Okay.
The other, let's see here. The other item that you see there is a potion bottle. This potion bottle is about your typical size of like, I was going to say a high potion, a health potion.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of it glows a little bit, kind of. But the bottle itself is like a mix between like greens and browns and yellows. It has this like strip. I saw the Starlight yellow. It has this strip of paper, kind of like as a label on the outside, that has almost like a wax seal on that label that's of a skull. And then the top of the cork of the bottle is also kind of held in with some like dripping red wax. That is what was used to make the seal.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's those two things. I mean, there are other things there's some extra like little shinies on the floor that you could look through if you want to make another perception check. You go ahead and do that, and I'll move on. Well, it's still your turn. That's right. If you want to do that, like you'd have to wait for your other turn.
Sure. Okay, I'll wait. Yep.
So we'll move on to.
Can I just shout out?
Yes.
I think they're spider eggs, giant spider eggs, maybe. Invisible from that spot. That's all.
So going to Tegan, what do you want to do? You
All
have
right,
like an action and a little bit of free action.
Okay. Can you like mark roughly like on the thing where the hole is above us, like on the, like if a light was shining down through the hole, where would the light hit the floor?
I think I might have said that when Rhaenyra's moved into this corner, he might have saw some of it.
So it's
So
like
in
where
the
that
corner
stone
where
is, yeah.
Rhaenyra is, it's like up on the wall.
Okay.
Up on the
all
wall
right.
from the den, about 20 feet up in the air.
Okay. All right. I will get out my rope, my 50-foot hempen rope.
Okay.
I will come over to Spider 2.
Okay.
Okay. That's 10 feet of movement. Tie the rope to the spider,
Okay.
and on the spider's turn, he will climb up, and I will command him to climb up to the hole, go outside the hole, and wait. And, so he's anchoring the rope.
Okay. All right. So that's okay. Anything else for you before your spider goes?
And Spider, I'm going to command Spider 1
Mm-hmm.
to climb up and search the bodies in the webbing.
Okay. All right. All right. So the one spider starts crawling up the wall into the webbing. I'm going to say because I'd have to crawl a bit, it can maybe search one body before it moves on to the next person.
Okay.
And then just do this first.
Yeah, I don't know if the spider has enough movement to get up to the hole. And
What's its
but-
movement speed?
hold on.
Let me know, because that might be a problem
Spiders. Speed is climbing is 30 feet. Yeah, speed 30, climbing 30. So I
Okay.
guess it's the same
Yeah.
speed.
So it. Yeah. So they're kind of in. I mean, if it goes across, where is it located at currently? Spider 2 is right there.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not going to be able to make it all the way up the wall once it gets over to that corner, or once it gets over
Gotcha.
to a wall. But it can get close to there. Okay.
Okay, and I'll use the rest of my movement to move towards that. So I get you'll probably get the right about like right there.
Okay. And so we'll put Spider 2 kind of over here near the wall.
Right.
So Spider 1. So it is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it probably won't be able to make it up to the hole this round either.
Okay.
Okay, because it can only make it over. Like I'll give you a little bit of lenience, and I'll say they can make it up to the wall, but it can't start crawling up it. Okay.
Understood.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. So that brings us to Juniper. What would you like to do as like an action and a free action for this?
Realizes she's still holding on to Gerbil
Yes. Yeah.
and not move.
Okay. right. So Zavar, what would you like to do as like an action and a free action? And...
Well, first of all, I think Zvar might have to yell out, Gerbil, those eggs you wanted me to watch, they are floating in the air. Oh.
Tegan.
Ian. Gerbil has seen no eggs.
No, didn't you tell me to watch the eggs?
Tegan
did.
Tegan
Tegan
told
did.
you.
Tegan.
I bet.
Stop
Tegan!
drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
The eggs
right.
were floating.
Kazil's invisible.
Invisible. So
Invisible,
he just
yeah.
would have saw the eggs
Yeah.
move.
I was
yeah.
like, good catch, good catch. I was like, why are they? Did I
The
say
eggs,
they were floating?
they are floating. And now I think they're sat back down. Wait. Did I hear Kazil's voice, maybe? Not sure.
Fireball.
Rhaenyra's panics.
That's actually it. Zavar's just gonna wait.
Okay.
And just gonna hang out for a minute. Keep an eye on things.
Okay.
He's watching those eggs.
Alrighty. Okay. So then, Gerbil, what would you like to do as you see Juniper standing in front of you, just kind of like staring up at you with her hands kind of intertwined with the hairs on your chest?
Cat just needing.
Gerbil's very kind of like, he's looking around. Hey. What just happened?
Juniper, you can respond if you want to.
Say it's not my turn. I can't say anything.
You
respond.
have to wait 6 seconds.
Juniper just
Hey.
stares at you,
She's
Triple,
just looking at
speechless.
him.
She starts to like open her mouth like to say something, but then just
Right.
awkward.
Jervis is gonna until she moves. Jervis is gonna be like, I don't know what's happening. It's just-
All right. That's all for your turn. Okay. Back to Kazeel.
Well, actually,
nope.
as a bonus action, he's gonna take a kind of deep breath, and I'm gonna do a second wind and heal 1d10 plus 8.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh, max heal. So
Wow.
so as Drew's just feeling gerbil up, he's just like like his chest.
Yeah, his chest kind of
And she's just
inflates
like,
a bit.
She thinks that she
He
helped.
feels better. His hair just kind
Yeah,
of
he
like
does.
Her tail is wagging.
nice. Just grip the hair by the base, not the ends. Like, you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like a cat, her claw,
Yeah.
she just got tighter. Like,
All right. Anything else, Triple? Is that good for you?
no, that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Was
That's
it good for you, Triple? All right. So back to Kazeel.
Was there any? I don't know if I messed up Frank's Tegan's turn at all. Did I
Oh,
make him miss his?
I don't
No.
think
Well,
so.
because you had done a free action, but I didn't know if that was like just a.
no, I moved my spiders and I moved over.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he moved
Okay, good.
things.
Yeah.
Mr.
Gotcha.
Multitasker. Okay, so
I'll
you
continue looking through the items.
Okay, so you're looking. Yeah, you're looking on the ground, right?
Mhm. I've pocketed those other items, and now I'm
Yes.
looking through shinies and such.
Yes. So let me give you. Ba-da-da-da. All right. So on the ground, Kazeel, you find. Let's just see here. Okay. You find a piece of hematite. Let me write this down. Pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just growl into the microphone. And you also find
That's what was that show? With
Home
Tim
Improvement.
Allen. Thank you. Yeah.
you also find let's see here, a set of ivory dice. And
Right.
a wooden cup engraved with arcane runes.
Kazeel literally just found the Holy Grail. Like the literal Indiana Jones Last Crusade Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Or the startings
Someone-
the startings of a lich. It's fine.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. I'll pocket
A
these
ghost-
things up. And,
And
Ghost Knight appears.
oh.
He chose wisely.
Oh.
I'm gonna get up.
It has to roll the dice to get
and also a ring, Kazeel.
Oh, my favorite.
that.
This ring, let me see if there's a description somewhere.
Another ring with 2 wishes that he won't tell the party
Womp,
about.
womp, womp.
is this the? Oh, it's a wedding ring. Oh wait, that's what. Who does this
I don't
belong
think
to?
you-
Okay,
gosh.
all right, yeah, it seems to have, it's a gold ring with runes
Ew, he throws
engraved
away.
into it.
It's a wedding ring.
Gold ring with runes.
Yes, with runes engraved into it.
All right.
And me see how much of this other stuff that you find. Oh, you also find an aquamarine gem.
Oh.
The name of that color always kind of got to me. It's like you're just describing blue. It's blue.
So I'm not going to take away any of the stuff that you found, but did you make a check for these? I don't think you did you?
I thought you had me do a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What did you roll for the
You had a fresh
perception?
one.
Just asking for another.
Oh right. I'm sorry. I rolled it, but I didn't tell you. Yeah.
What did you get? What did you get, friends?
Right. Well, it's a 17, but let me see what I add to that. My perception, I think, was good. A 10, so it's a 27.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Oh
I'm
my
also going to
gosh.
tell you that you find
give me half a.
over there over there close to where.
It's that lost dwarf, Jimmy Hoffa.
Okay.
He went missing 10 years ago.
Mhm.
Over near where the opening is to that's possibly your escape.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just seeing how much. Never mind. But yeah, over near where you see the hole to escape, you see something glimmering near that opening on the floor, on the ground.
Okay.
It's not near any skeletons or any egg sacs or anything, but it seems like it's kind of nestled to where maybe someone was getting out of the hole and it fell out.
Okay.
But it's a
Exit sign.
It's a glass vial, a small glass vial, with black sand in it, and it's corked. I'll say, since you're pretty familiar, this sand looks familiar to you. Yeah.
Make sure I tell everyone
Oh,
about
it's that souvenir from when you went to that, beach in California.
And that's
you had to take it to the airport. It caused a lot of
And you're
motion.
still invisible, right? So we're just seeing all this stuff float up.
Well, actually,
disappear.
as soon as I touch it, it disappears. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Anything I'm holding around my person. Can...
Yeah.
we just slowly see the entire cave, just
Mhm.
everything just disappear from it.
Nice.
It's
probably
another
even
time
see some of the
device.
stuff if I'm picking it up. Yeah.
Cave is collapsing upon itself.
Yeah, that's what you find. Oh, and also,
Okay.
you find let me see how much of that you get. Okay. About 600 in gold.
That's nice. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll collect and pocket all that stuff.
Sure.
And just point out in case no one said anything. There's a hole up here in the wall. Is there any light coming through it or anything?
You can't see what you're pointing at.
Right?
There,
my
I
voice.
mean, I mean, it's definitely lighter from. There's definitely a little bit of a glow from the hole. It's lighter, it seems, in that coming from that area, but it's not like there's a light shining through it, like into the room.
Okay. It looks like there's maybe a wee bit of light. It looks like it's way out of here, at least. I don't know if I can make that claim if the past hour has been any indication. But I think I found everything that's loose in the room, and I think those eggs are giant spider eggs in case anyone wants some baby giant spiders. I don't, but they're over there if you do.
I'm going to, and we might retcon this later, but I'm going to say that Pixrin might take one.
Okay.
Since I believe she's made it clear, I think she's told y'all that she used to raise
Oh.
spiders in the Underdark. So,
Oh.
I'll say that she takes one of the eggs, just quietly. I'll take one and just kind of slips it into, carefully into her bag.
Okay. Do they sell? Well, I mean, I think after renting all the lizards and letting them go and all the renting we've had to do, if they sell alright, perhaps we should grab a couple.
I don't really know. I mean, in the Underdark, they sold okay, but I'm not sure selling them on the surface if they'd sell for anything. But I mean, it could be worth a try.
I'll just go get the other two that were with.
Oh, it's really helped that I've practiced my southern accent this past
You are
week and two.
welcome. Awesome. I'll grab the other two, like wrap them up with some of my linen stuff for my.
All right. Yeah, I'll say. I'll say that you're able to pick them up, as long as you're ginger about it and, careful.
Mm-hmm. Very. Yeah, I can't think of the word now. It'd be too silly, but yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gentle.
Very gentle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was your thing, Kazeel. You looked on the floor. You got one of the eggs. Tegan, what do you want to do?
All right. Seeing where my spiders ended up, I'm going to. Actually, I'm going to go over to. I'll give a quick look around and surmise that Juniper is probably the smallest and the lightest of us. So I'm going to go over to her, hand her some pitons and a hammer, and say, if you don't mind, when the spider gets up there, he's not going to be, he's kind of strong, but he's not really strong. If you can climb up the rope, take a quick look, and secure this piton, and then secure the rope to it so we can all climb up the rope much easier.
I'd like to think both of us don't acknowledge you.
Just standing there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did someone say something?
I'm not invisible. I'm visible.
I know. She will. Just noticed she's holding on to Dribble.
There's handprints left in his fur.
Yeah.
Right.
They look like little hearts. It's no different than climbing up a mast or
indeed.
Ship term.
Good. Then your skills will come in handy.
I can get a jumping start. She kind of puffs up. She doesn't want to let Dribble down.
Never gonna.
And I will wait there for, and then for both spiders, the other one that was checking the bodies will come back, I guess, to me eventually, and then maybe this turn or next turn, depending upon what happens.
Okay. So Stephanie was concentrating on something else at the time. I'm so sorry. So you did that thing with Juniper, so she can handle that on her turn. Your spiders, so they're continuing their tasks, correct? Of what they were doing before.
Yeah, right.
So
one's gathering.
Your other spider, so the one
climbing up to the hole.
Spider number 1 is climbing up to the hole with the rope tied to it. 30 feet, 20 feet off the ground. I would say be able to make it up to the opening.
Okay.
And probably about 10. You see it kind of like it will get up to the opening and kind of like look back at you, and then kind of go about 10 feet in. And then that will be the end of its movement, but it hasn't seemingly reached like the outside.
Okay.
The other spider, so it can get to one body, I'll say. And is it just cutting it down for you? Like, is it gnawing through the web to get the body down? Because there's really no way for it to like carry things.
Okay, yeah. So let's say for argument's sake.
So it'll start like working.
The body loose.
Yeah. It will start doing that. Let me see how if it's really successful. It's still working at the end of its turn. So
okay,
but it seems to be almost down.
All right.
Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
So that brings us to Juniper.
Let's see. It's a bonus action. Give yourself flying speed. You're doing what you can hover. Okay.
What do you want us to do, Jennifer?
Yeah, I'm looking at my elemental gift, which is part of her warlockiness. And as a bonus action, I can give myself a flying speed of 30 feet that lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh,
But
didn't even know that.
during which I can hover. So I don't know if that would make climbing the rope easier or if I could just fly up there. Let's see, use this bonus action number of times in proficiency. So yeah, I can do it. I can.
Do you just want to hover to the hole?
Yeah. Like she'll use the rope to guide her, but she'll just hover up there if it's less than 30 feet.
All right. Yeah, so we'll say you use mostly your hovering ability because the rope you're talking about is the rope that the spider has.
Okay.
Right? So it's not anchored to anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Just
then
pull
just-
down the spider.
so we'll say the juniper's smart enough that you start like to hold on to the rope a little bit to give you a little bit, and you feel it kind of like give a bit, and so you're like, oh, okay. So since you're
Okay.
able to hover, I'll say that you're able to get up there to the hole. Does that keep your movement speed? the
30
hovering?
feet.
30
Yeah.
feet. Yeah, so you would be able to get up there. I would say, so you were right there near Gerbil. Yeah, so I'd say you'd be able to get to the hole, and that's probably it.
And just for flavor, she is crackling with thundery, like just
Ooh.
got,
Ooh, interesting. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
and that's she'll look down and use the make sure the rope is secure for everyone, and then unless that's next turn, but that's what she's hoping to do. And that's
yeah. So you get up there, and you have a rope,
it.
or
The spider took up
you're
the rope.
you're securing the
Yeah.
spider's rope.
Yeah.
Okay. So you gave her what, Frank? You gave her
A piton. It's basically a 12-inch iron spike with a
Okay.
ring on it, so
Okay.
you can tie
The
a
thing
rope
we
to it
all have in our adventurers pack and never use.
that
Okay.
never use. Yeah.
Juniper. Do you
Mhm.
have something to like hit this into the dirt?
Headbutt.
Blackberry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just use the squirrel.
Yeah. Bam.
Makes a little squeak sound.
Squeak.
Before it makes no sound at all.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh.
Hey,
Just-
Blackberry's strong.
He is strong. I could probably mishandle my weapon and use
Oh.
the hilt of it. But
Sounds like you need some practice.
yeah, I
okay.
probably have something in my inventory.
I mean-
I can do that next round. If you need.
I would allow you can do something here.
Let's
You've
see.
You have
only
a
what
crowbar
we-
in your
You've
adventuring
only
gear.
really moved.
Mess kit, navigator's tools, rope. I have so much rope. Why did she have so much rope?
I
Like
Because
mean,
we all have adventuring gear.
Yeah. Just crumpled map. No, a bottle. Navigator's tools. What is that?
Crowbar?
Mm,
You have a crowbar?
no. Mess kit.
oh, you could
Nope.
try to use the hilt of your weapon.
Okay.
Gerbil has a hammer and crowbar.
Oh,
Of course,
Alright.
he does.
maybe I would have asked Gerbil for his weapon before I went up there.
Oh,
Is that a crowbar in your pocket?
This will
while
do
you
it,
had your
yeah.
hands nestled into his fur.
Actually, yes.
Gerbil whips it out of his bag.
Let me just whip this thing out.
Yeah.
Doesn't break eye contact.
With with a little fling of the wrist as he
Wow.
does so.
She
I'm
just
telling
takes it
you,
and then
this is his former. Yeah.
flies up the rope. Okay.
Okay.
Then
alright. So you try to use the I'll say make a give me 1 second. Oh, I should have had you made a nature check. That's what I should have had you make. Not you. Sorry. It's mostly me talking to myself. Yeah, go ahead and make I guess a dexterity check. Or no, strength check. Go and make a strength check.
Okay, just a check, not a.
Yeah,
saving
yeah,
throw.
just a check.
Okay. Oh, you got this, Judy. Did it work? Did it work? Click on the thing. Click on the thing. Oh yeah, she got this. It's a 17.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to knock the piton into the dirt and secure the rope.
All right. All right. Crackling. It's lightning and
I'll
thunder.
say that
She does.
as you're up there, Juniper, you notice that it looks like that once you're up here, it does kind of lead into like this like packed dirt tunnel. It's tall enough for probably everyone to walk through. Gerbil might have to like duck his head a bit. But it looks like that it kind of goes through and kind of like curves a bit, so you can't really see the end of it.
Okay. If I have enough time to say, exit
Sure.
tunnel,
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can yell that out.
might be a tight fit. Okay.
Ooh. Okay. So now it is Zavar's turn. What do you want to do?
Let's see. Well, first, Zavar's going to take a drink because he hasn't for the last
Sure.
minute or so.
Yeah.
And then he's just looking up. It's like sees, Junie kind of floating up. And like, oh, what does it need to trick? Hey, do you need any help? As he watches her just smack that piton into the. And he's like, oh, yeah, looks like you've got it covered.
Yeah. Yeah. She good.
Fawn of thunder.
So Zavar's like, so Gerbil, how was that teleport?
Gerbil is still lying on his back staring at Judy.
Yeah. Zavar makes small talk. It rolls a 1.
Wow.
Do you want to do any action, Zavar? You don't have to. I'm just asking.
Yeah, there's not really anything I can do at the moment.
I would say that, like, you do see Juniper was able to secure the rope. So the rope is secured. Seems sturdy.
Yeah, and shall we start going up?
Yeah, I
So
think we
just-
should. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
taking a-
we're still
yeah.
in turns. So
Okay.
Zavar,
Dean's like,
everyone-
well, calm down.
everyone, calm
Calm
down. Okay. We still have
I mean-
we still have a monster in banishment. This is why I'm doing it this way. It's because there's still a monster in
Oh.
banishment. So that's why we're doing this kind of different.
Hurry up and get up that rope before it unbanishes.
Zavar, do you want to do an action? I'll ask one more time before moving on.
No?
Okay, all right, that's fine. You can stand there. I'm sorry. That's you can just stand there then. Okay.
Fine.
Fine.
Maybe I'll back up a little bit, just because it feels better. Oh,
Okay. All right. Cool.
yeah.
Cool. All right, Gerbil, what do you want to do for your turn?
Gerbil still on his back, still just like, what's happened in the past 12 seconds? and he's just still lying on his back, and he sees Judy, fly, and then like with thunder, just like
Yeah.
just hair, and Gerbil's just gonna kind of under his breath, just kind of have mercy and do cast healing word on himself. And
Nice.
I'll just do it. And he heals 3 more. Level 2 cleric. Yeah, look at that healing. And then he's gonna finally kind of get up and just compose himself
Mm-hmm.
and look around and be like, "This place is weird."
All right.
Mhm.
So that brings us back to Kazeel. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and take our bio break here.
Okay.
Since we're at the start of the order again, before we get into any more stuff. So we'll go and take a bio break. For those watching, we take a 10-minute bio break. So stay tuned, go and grab a snack, go to the restroom as we will, and we'll see you in 10 minutes. That sounds good. All
I
right.
will
See
see
you
you
then.
then.
Wow.
All right. Got the. Be right back. Line.
Mike's.
Yeah, mics are hot. You
Yay.
need them not to be hot.
Oh, I can. They can be as hot as they want to be.
Okay.
When it's us, those mics are always hot, yo. You know it.
Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle.
Wow. I have so much fun teasing Gerbil. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing. I get to confuse the hell out of Jonathan and Gerbil.
No, it's great. It's great.
Oh. Yeah.
I just imagine that,
So,
you know, you're
whole
laying on
new
your back,
world.
just staring straight up, just like.
Wow.
Just
The
like,
DM just hissed at me. I want you to know that. He
Whoa.
walked by my door and hissed at me.
whoa.
I'm in danger.
You should talk to HR.
Yeah. Where do I file a complaint?
Dan, get back in here.
Oh
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Wow.
wait a minute.
That would. I'm sure. that would-
Maybe Vic should be HR.
Yeah. I'm glad.
Uh,
All right. Go get a. It's bio break, y'all.
All right.
We'll be
And
back
snack
in a
break.
minute. Okay. I'm not turning my camera off. It'll mess everything up. snow here today, Franco.
Ah. Yeah, Steph was saying you got a little bit.
Yeah, just a little. I don't know that we'll get any more, but I love it. It's just, hey, it's still February. Don't forget. Chance of snow.
Right. Miss me yet?
Yeah, miss me yet. Yeah, that's nice. I think a couple of sessions ago, I think you and Joe were
Yeah, we had
commiserating
gotten some,
about
yeah,
about the snow.
we had gotten some slushy stuff.
Yeah, like wet and icy and
Mm-hmm.
ugh.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, crazy temperatures.
Just wild.
Just got done again a couple days, like the crazy winds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our house, the front door has like a gap, and it whistles like a ghost. And we could get a breeze blocker or whatever they're called, but it's so funny just to like let it go, and it just sounds like the house is haunted all the time. Which of course we all love. But yeah, but the snow will probably be gone tomorrow. So just wild. It's okay. There's usually a science fiction and fantasy convention we go to about this time. Inevitably, it always snows. So it's like, sure, there's a hot tub. We'll never get to use it because it's always closed this time of year. Like, okay, fine. And that's how I know what time of year it is for that convention. It's too cold to go outside in a hot tub.
It's like, guys, you got to change your date.
I know. It's like, come on. I would love it, but it's always President's Day weekend. And just right now, just not with climate being what it is. But maybe next year. Hopefully next year we'll go.
Tell the place to get an indoor.
It's like, come on now. Outdoor only hot tubs. What is this? Yeah.
Talking about hot tubs, huh?
Yeah.
Going to the hot tub.
Telling Franco about RadCon and how I know what time of year it is because it always snows over RadCon weekend. And no hot tub in it RadCon because snow and they always close the pool in the hot tub. Yep, that's how I know what time of year it is. Like what sci-fi convention I'm going to.
La-di-da, la-di-da.
I hear your keyboard, sir.
Yep. I'm just doing back into the audio that I recorded and put in for something.
Oh, okay. I just spammed it with lizard gifts.
I know
So.
you did. It was pretty good.
All right, we'll give Dan another couple minutes.
Oh, I was just telling Franco about the spooky wind in the house.
I know. I
Oh,
heard
man.
you.
Oh, okay. Oh, you had your
Wait, was that an
headphones.
actual recording, or did you just find Spooky Wednesday?
No.
No.
I went upstairs
Yeah,
and
that's
put
it.
my phone
That's
Yeah.
inside the doorway.
That's
That-
Oh my lord.
That's terrifying. That's
All day. All day.
It's great.
I don't
It's
don't
great.
even believe in ghosts, but I would if I lived with that.
I love it.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, it's that, like, all, like,
Oh.
Yeah,
Constant.
all the time. You
Start
just
a,
sit drinking coffee. There's a ghost with you.
Start a fundraiser. Use guys as storm door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh.
what, take away our fun?
I know.
Yeah, this is
just
the
makes-
source of our entertainment.
Yeah. It just makes Steph's like ethereal walking around the house that much better. Just like she's like 25% more poltergeisty now.
Well, I mean, something had to fill that Mothman shithole in her heart.
Yeah.
Mothman!
Yeah. Our local, Sasquatch is not enough for her.
No,
It must be Mothman. You
It
can't
must
take
be
the
Mothman.
No, she didn't
Mothman out
even
of the-
appreciate the West Virginia Sasquatch because she didn't
Yeah.
even realize there's Sasquatches in West Virginia. Which
Oh,
Oh
Who flipped the table?
It was not me. Was it Steph? Steph, did you do it? Steph, did you do it?
I think she's the only one who can.
I didn't touch it.
Playing on
I
grass.
wasn't
The
even-
table's still falling.
No!
I
No!
didn't even know that was
Hopefully
possible.
we're out of the room.
Oh
Anyway.
God.
I guess we're all out of the room.
So,
So we're gonna play this with the mind.
Okay.
But here's the thing: I need this. I need the table back. Where'd it go?
well, doesn't it autosave?
Where'd my table go?
Oh,
That doesn't it
no,
autosave or
no,
something?
you have to save it. So it will bring us back to like to let me actually load it again. Oh my gosh, guys.
The good thing is no one saw it but us.
No,
Or heard us screaming about it.
Patreon. You can support content like this.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and go
It's
back
been
live. It's almost
Revamped
been 20
and
minutes.
amazing.
So
You get it's like you get special messages from Dan every week. It's like
Yeah,
it's like a
lucky
personal
you.
Valentine's Day
alright, be right back.
like
Screen
message,
down.
even though it's not about Valentine's Day or anything. It's but still it's intimate.
Yeah, it's
Intimate Dan time.
Man,
That's
So-
not worth being a patron. I don't know what is.
true.
So we're back
Totally
from
worth it.
break.
Hi, Steph.
since-
there's got to be a way to disable that.
Oh wait a minute! I don't have our audio. I don't have y'all's audio. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, we're good.
Oh,
Um,
things all fast.
yeah. So, mhm. So for those watching, I just accidentally flipped the table,
Yeah.
so everything went flying.
It was amazing.
Jonathan's trying to very kindly try to put things back where they were.
Mhm.
Um,
I was talking to Gerbil.
I
Mhm.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my life.
Eggs
that
we're
is how you
spinning
flip a table.
around.
We'll just keep the eggs there. You
Okay.
leave my eggs
Gross.
alone, sir.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then Steph flipped the table like this.
And then nope. I don't think y'all can. It's just me. I turned it off, thinking this will never happen, and then I accidentally hit the flip table button.
I don't want any Fulios.
What button
flipping the
is that?
table,
Just
she
to be
said.
just to make sure I don't hit that button.
It's no. It's
It's
up
F,
at the
isn't
top.
it?
It's up. I didn't hit the keyboard, Jonathan. It was me just trying to click things on the.
So you
screen.
actually hit the flip button?
I accidentally hit the. Flip
Wow,
button,
I thought
and
you
it
had
just
actually
went-
hit the F
no,
button. And
No, I just accidentally clicked on it, and it just went flying, and it's fine.
wow, no
So
excuse.
yeah.
F
I'm-
in chat, everybody.
Mhm.
So, we were at Kazeel. He was currently eating ice cream.
The root beer float.
Dan, I'm so jealous right now.
What the-
yeah,
what?
I got the stuff for it last week. And,
Hey,
and I
you
Sure.
get
started putting
spooky
it-
ghost sounds. He gets root beer floats. That's the
I
way
guess
life
so.
plays out.
Yeah. I want a spooky ghost to make me a root beer float.
Yes, now we're talking.
You're gonna be a warlock. I mean, make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to have a spooky ghost floating in my root beer.
How'd you become a warlock? Well, I really wanted a root beer float.
Float, yeah.
I was willing to
mean-
do anything.
You know when you really want something really
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're
Toggle
back.
around.
Worst Faustian bargain ever.
Kazeel, it is your turn to. What do you
Alright.
want to do on your turn here? You've just you kind of looted some stuff off of the floor.
Grab the eggs. I mean, it sounds
Yeah, you
like
did.
everyone's not sure whether or not to leave, or maybe everyone's just sort of like, "Oh, what do we do?" Right?
We're waiting for someone to do the first
Yeah,
move.
Zavar's just kind of
Julia's
like
in there
standing
looking.
there. Gerbil, yeah. No one's climbed up the rope yet except Juniper, well, who floated up to the hole
Okay.
and secured the rope.
All right. I'm gonna head on up. My invisibility, greater invisibility. Too much root beer float on my tongue. It only lasts 1 minute, and since we're out of battle, I would imagine it's turned off now. So
Okay.
as I'm climbing up, it'll wear off.
Okay.
We go and we're ready. Oh,
Okay. So you start. So I would say, let's see here. I would say that you're able to climb up the rope and get up into the landing area where Juniper is, and you're able to see that it's just like a packed dirt hole, tunnel. I mean, and anything else for your turn, Kazeel?
I'm just going to be keeping my eyes peeled to the tunnel for either other fallen treasure or
Okay.
anything dangerous.
Sure.
Typical
I'll have you roll a
archaeologist stuff.
perception check later. Tegan, what are you doing?
Yes. I was waiting for did that body hit the floor?
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me.
Let those bodies
Hit the body, hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
That's why I said it.
Yeah, we're going to roll here. Oh no, wait a
Okay.
minute. No,
Judy's like hitting
Never
the
mind.
base beat with the like lightning crowbar, like boom, 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 boom. It's a rave lightning.
Bottle of wine just sitting here.
Navarre pulls out glow sticks.
So so you go over to where the body,
Mhm.
I would say the spider with its turn this time is able to bring the body, so it comes crashing to the ground. The webbing kind of scuffs off of it. The body looks pretty. It's not all bones yet. There's a little bit of tattered clothing onto it. There's a little bit of like sinew and
Viscera.
muscle left. Left on it. But you do see some items. Let's see here. It does have. Let's see here. Just roll through. Okay, so it does have 20 silver on its body.
Tegan is very internally pissed.
5 gold.
Ooh, how generous.
And let's see here. Maybe let it go. Oh. Also, let's see here. That's not very much. Not very helpful. Which one of these do we want to do? Let's see what we're doing here. Okay. All right. You also find a diamond on this creature, on this body, as well as a potion. It looks like a healing potion. Make an investigation check for me, please.
One.
Oh, no.
What?
No.
Okay.
One.
Yeah, it looks like a potion of healing. You can't tell which one.
Okay. Since you said it, there's still like it's not just bones. I'm gonna check the clothing just basically for not so much for loot, but for letters, identifications. Tegan's just curious who this poor sucker was that ended up here.
Sure. I will say that you also see that it is wearing a belt that seems to be pretty much intact still. A leather belt trimmed with some kind of fur.
Okay.
And it looks like also a it's wearing a brass bracer set with a tourmaline stone.
What kind of stone?
Tourmaline, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Tourmaline. I could be
Okay.
incorrectly. I was raised in a holler. Don't judge me.
No, I'd never heard of it. So you got one up on me.
And yeah, so you're looking for paperwork in its pockets?
Yeah, anything that would like yeah, like a clue, hint. Was this another ex-librarian?
You search through its pockets, Tegan, and you do find a paper that it looks like it may be kind of like a written receipt of sorts for goods Looks like a pretty good amount of goods. And the city marked on it is, oh gosh, Stephanie, now I'm just forgetting my own campaign here. City marked on it as she searches frantically for her maps is
Aaron?
Bornheim.
Bornheim.
Okay.
And as
Not
that
enough.
kind of registers, you kind of notice that it does have a symbol of Bornheim on its chest, which I can look up. It would take me some time, but you would recognize it as like the city symbol of Bornheim from like what you've seen before.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, can I just, from what's left,
Sure.
race, size? If we
Uh,
ever go to Bornheim and say, I
I
found
mean,
this on
it
a...
looks humanoid.
Okay.
It doesn't look
enough.
any bigger than like a medium-sized, humanoid creature. Yeah, I mean, it looks about typical build. So you would assume something either human or something that is similar to
Humanoid.
a human build. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's perfect. Okay. And if I have anything left up, I'll make my way towards the rope.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you would be able to. So you're over there, 15, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, so you would be able to start climbing up the rope.
Okay. That's it.
All right. Are your spiders staying in? So the one spider brought the body down. There's another body, but of course that will take some time.
Yeah, I don't know. Time's pressing.
The other spider, what did you tell it? You told it to walk to the end and then wait for the group?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that spider hasn't came back.
Well, Kazeel already went up, right?
Kazeel and Juniper are standing there at like the mouth of this tunnel. So you can still see them like up standing there, but they haven't been able to walk in very far. I think Juniper was able to make it like 10 feet in.
So the only two that are left are Zavar and Gerbil.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'll say that, I mean, I haven't been role-playing them. But I'll say, oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Uh,
but the tough roleplay stuff.
Rhaenyra and Pixrin seem a little bit hesitant to go up. Pixrin seems like a little distracted by like the eggs and the room. Rhaenyra just seems like maybe he's waiting for everyone else to kind of start going.
Well, can I just a free action to let Gerbil and Zavar before I? All right,
Sure,
I'm not
you
even
can
up.
do. Yeah.
That if anybody wants to wait, I'll command the other spider to drop the other body if they want to loot the other body or examine the other body, I should say, a more gentler term. Just let me know, because I can do that. At least be halfway to the
Okay.
next body if you want it to do that.
Yeah, we can say that the spider will go over to the other body and wait for their call.
Right.
All right. Anything else? Tegan?
That's it.
Okay. So that brings us to Juniper. What do you want to? So you're up at the mouth of this tunnel. Kazeel's standing there beside you. You've securely fastened this. The spider seems to have one of Tegan's spiders that's up there with you seems to be going down the tunnel without even any hesitation. The others are kind of there at the bottom. Tegan is starting to climb the rope.
And there didn't appear to be any other exit. The doors slammed shut when we got in here, and
Right.
they're still shut.
No, they opened up when you got they closed when you were in the room prior, which was the poisonous gas and the puzzle.
Okay.
They opened back up, so that way is open back to that poison to that room.
Yeah, no.
but that's where y'all came from. So you know that there's no other like way out that way.
Well, she'll just look at Kazeel, and underground is not what my area of expertise. I don't, I'm not going to lead any of us out of here. I'm fine waiting for the rest of the party if we want to go.
Best goal numbers.
So she'll wait until others climb up the rope.
Okay. All right. So then we go to Zavar and then Chirple. Zavar, you are currently standing, I think, like 10 feet away from the rope.
I am ready to climb that rope.
Okay. So you've climbed that rope. I'm not going to make y'all do skill checks. It's secured by a party member. It's not that. It's 20 feet up into the air. A pretty easy climb, especially since it's beside a wall of dirt. So you can use a lot of you can use your feet to kind of give you some leverage, some guidance, I guess, and get up there pretty well. I mean, you probably would have about 10 feet of movement left if you want. Oh, no, because you were about 5 or 10 feet away from the rope. So that would be your movement there. Did you want to do anything else as far as actions go? Or like a free action or anything? I mean, you climbing the rope would kind of be your action, but you could do a free action if you wanted.
No, it's fine. I'm good.
All right. So Jerpa, what do you want to do?
I want to get out of this damn hole. He's gonna climb out and just grab the rope and start climbing it.
All right.
You said the climbing the rope was the free action, or
it's your action to climb the rope and get to the top.
Okay.
Yeah, and you were right there, so you'd probably have that'd probably be your movement too, but you would have a free action if you wanted.
I mean,
once you get up there, I mean, Kazeel and Juniper are there, and Zavar.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Okay. All right. Kazeel, we're back to you. You are there at the top of the rope.
Was Tegan asking one of us, Junior, to look at the body? I'm sorry, I was.
No, he was asking Gerbil.
He was asking Gerbil or Zvar.
Oh,
who are now up at the rope with y'all.
Gerbil's not good at finding things.
So we're going to. So I tell you what, since we're back at the top of the order with Kazeel, and y'all are out of the pit, we will go ahead and just say that we are out of battle completely.
That's
so
correct.
if that thing comes back, it's coming back in the pit. So unless y'all go back there, you're not really.
I forgot my keys.
In fear of it. So let me just take us off of battle music here for a second.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are. So y'all are all. I think everyone's there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Make sure that. Oh Lord. We'll just say that it takes them a while to get up there, but Rhaenyra and Pixar finally get up to where the platform is.
Just picture like Rhaenyra is like that kid in gym class who like can't climb the rope.
I have not rolled above a 7 for either of them for this.
Lord.
This whole like rope thing. So we'll say that by the time that they get up there, and y'all are about ready to move further into the tunnel, I would assume. That you'll kind of hear the golem kind of pop back into existence in the den.
All right, as Rhaenyra is I think the last one. I will pull up the rope and
he needs a little help being like cool. Yeah.
And then I'll retrieve the rope and the piton. So.
Thanks, Tegan.
That's quite all right. Good to see you.
You still have your spiders?
I'm not going to dispatch my spiders until we're in the clear. I get them for an hour.
So the other spider kind of comes up to the den with you. I mean, up to the tunnel with you. leaving the den behind. Kind of as you walk away, it will kind of turn towards the golem that's appeared back into the den and kind of like flutter its front legs.
Yeah.
And then
Give it
The
turn
equivalent
around.
of
Oh,
giving,
yeah.
giving the
Giving
golem
it
a
the
bird with
finger.
a spider.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So y'all start down through this padded dirt tunnel. It's very similar to the den that you just escaped. You'll see a little bit of rooting kind of on the ceiling. The webbing that you saw back in the den from the spiders kind of starts to dissipate as you get further into this tunnel. It's not that long of a tunnel, probably about 60 to 70 feet is what you're traveling. It just kind of curves a bit here and there. And as you get about 65, 70 feet in, you hit a dead end. But there is a opening up top and a ladder going up the wall. Everyone make perception checks for me, please. And I'll go around and ask you what you got. All right, Tegan, what did you get?
23.
All right, Zavar.
18.
Nice.
Gerbil.
21.
Wow.
Juniper.
Man.
25.
Holy
Kazeel.
crap.
26.
We are perceiving the
my
crap out of
God.
this.
You guys are
We
ready
finally
to
got
go.
the web out of our
Yeah,
eyes.
you're ready to
We
go.
can see.
I just want to push Kazeel's head. Just.
No, it's a 24. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. As you get to this dead end, you see the opening up to the top and this ladder kind of leading up. The ladder itself looks to be in fairly good condition. It's hard to tell because it goes up pretty far. It looks like maybe goes up about 40 feet before it seems to kind of dead end into something else. But yeah, so you have this ladder. Anyone with a 20, we'll say a 20 or above, would notice as you're kind of approaching this ladder, there's a small looks like little tiny pieces of broken glass and some dark, almost black looking sand on the stone, kind of scattered here and there. There's a little pile here, a little tiny little minuscule pile here, a little minuscule pile there, and some weird and it's kind of like spread across the floor, and then some pieces of broken glass and a cork on the floor as well at the bottom of this ladder.
Beaches here are strange if they're black, but I haven't seen them, so it's because they're all here in the bottom of this hellish pit. Even the sand isn't normal here. I hate it.
Now, those of us have dealt with sand. Is this the magic
Kicks that.
Kazeel magic sand?
I'll say for those of you who have experienced the sand, the magic sand with the time devices before, it's hard. I mean, it is scattered, but it is that same kind of dark, that blackish color.
I'm just gonna kind of kick at it out of spite.
Juniper, I think you would notice especially that it kind of glitters. It kind of shines a little bit of a like glitter, like it has some glitter mixed into it. I mean, I know sand kind of, can sometimes sparkle if it has like sea glass in it. That's what it kind of reminds you of.
Well, that's not fair.
I mean, technically sand is kind of glass, but you know what I mean.
I like this.
One could say glass is sand.
I want to.
Go ahead.
It gets in all the places.
I want to scoop some up because now she realizes, wait, sand. It's closest to ocean I'm gonna get.
Oh.
The only stopper she's got is around her horns, so well, not opening that one.
Okay. I was gonna say, you want to open it? Let's go.
No, nope.
If Tegan sees her doing that, he'll start to bend and he's gonna look at the cork just to see if there's any sparkings or anything on the
Okay.
cork.
While we do that, Juniper, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Of course.
So what are you doing, Tegan? You're looking at the cork.
Yeah, and seeing the sand and recognizing what the sand is.
18.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're picking up the cork, it just looks like a regular cork.
Okay, and I'll say to
Like it's made for a small vial.
okay. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Fair.
like a cork stopper.
Okay. Oh, all right. Not
Yeah.
like a jar.
That's
but
what
like
I
a
mean. Yeah.
I'll say to Juniper, it's very special sand. It is. We only know of one place where we can get it, and it's
It's halfway around the world, wasn't it?
yeah, and it's integral into what the library wants.
She will back
Which if
away.
If it's that important to him, it's kind of surprising that there's
Somebody
broken.
must have fallen or something, trying to get out of here with that sand.
Why did they put us down here as well? Hey, she must have intentionally put us here.
Must
In this
not
place.
have expected us to make it out.
Or
Yeah.
Somebody
banished-
Somebody else trying to
banished
get out.
people.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there were plenty of skeletons in there.
hmm Yeah.
Coming up the barracks and such. Right, well, we're almost there, right? There's this thing, and shall we go take a look at that and collect some of the sand on the way? So there's plenty for everyone.
So Juniper,
Right.
your wisdom saving throw. As you're looking at the sand, are you trying to scoop it up into something or no?
No,
Okay.
after Tegan said
So
it
you
was
you take a look at
library.
it, and as you kind of like focus on it, you feel a little bit of a pull, but you're able to resist it, like almost like a mental kind of like, ooh, like
Oh, I know that.
isn't that interesting?
Oh, I know that feeling. Don't you dare!
Yeah,
And she looks around.
yeah.
Not here. And she gives the sand a wide. I can't say girth. Berth.
Girth, you can say girth.
Birthy
Say girth
girth.
all you want.
Girthy.
That
Girthy.
girthy
step away.
It's very girthy.
Yeah.
First girth, then birth.
Okay. I mean, that's right?
Yeah.
All right, so.
So how much sand is it? Is it like a lot of sand? A little
No, it
sand?
looks like
little piles.
I mean, I would say like a small vial's worth.
Okay,
Like it's just a tiny, tiny little bit.
so like one past Kazeel corpse worth. Gotcha.
That's awesome.
Oh no.
Shit. Womp,
Yes,
womp.
she
He
has
comes
that unit
back.
of
He keeps on
measurement
coming back.
perfectly.
That's what we learned.
Bad penny.
So, man. So,
Penny in everybody's pocket.
is everyone, as Green said, crawling up the ladder? Or is everyone climbing the ladder?
Durbo will climb the ladder.
Okay.
I'll hit it.
All right.
All right.
Judy's gonna wait to see how good Zavar's walking before she climbs in behind him.
I
Would you
haven't
say-
been constantly drinking.
Don't
just a
fall on
drink.
me.
How much have you drank, Savar?
I mean, no more than I normally do.
Okay. All right.
Just
I mean,
look at- I'm-
how
look
much
at
does a
this.
fish drink?
You know, my bottle's half empty.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Yeah, you talked your way into it.
Oh, I rolled a 1, so that's a 3.
Point something out to the DM. They will notice it. Okay. Yeah. Juniper, he's
Look,
walking.
a dog.
He's walking a little wobbly. A little, yeah.
Starts petting one of the spiders.
Yeah.
She's gonna go in front
Who's
of
your
him
good
then.
boy?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, she's going in front of him in case he hurks down the ladder.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Oh no, that's how one of the spiders next. Zavar just falls up.
So everyone make as you're climbing up
Oh,
the
no.
ladder, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, that's. Why is my dexterity saving throw not that good? Oh gosh. Okay, we're good. We're fine.
30, 20.
Okay. Zavar, what did you get?
8.
Ooh.
That's. I mean, it fits. Gerbil,
Yeah.
what did you get?
If it fits, it sits.
What I
Oh.
didn't say was that's 2 natural ones in a row. So
Please.
Oh.
Why ask so much of
Oh.
drinking?
Wait.
Plus 7.
Didn't this
Plus
happen like last session?
Yes.
You rolled
Last week,
2 ones in
I-
a row.
Yeah.
I think this has
rolled 2
happened
dice
since
at the
Zavar's
same
been playing.
time.
Mhm.
So I just did one and then another, and I got 2 ones in a row.
I know what you're getting for your birthday. I'm getting you some more dice for your birthday.
Yeah.
Right.
Some
Where
blessed.
did those dice
Blessed
originally
dice.
come from?
We need to buy some sage. We need to sage these mothers.
Get some
Gerbil, what did
get
you
some
get?
holy
again?
water. Jabba got 21.
Great.
course you
Juniper,
did.
what did you get?
25.
Kazeel, what did you
Good.
get?
19.
Okay. All right. So cool. All of you except for Zavar and unfortunately Renarius are able to, So you're
Checks out.
climbing up this rope, and there are just little. It seems mostly sturdy. It's made out of wood. So there are pieces that kind of break off here and there. Some little pieces that kind of splinter out. It definitely seems to have some age to it. Most of you, all of you that rolled, except for Zavar, are able to kind of maneuver through that. You see the splintered parts before you like lay your hand on it. You're able to maneuver around kind of the more kind of looking, the older wood parts that look like it's about ready to break off, from age and from being like dry rot. Zavar,
On the other hand.
you well, you're kind of, I would say, did everyone pretty much let Zavar go last? It sounds like. So Zavar, you are having a little bit of trouble. You get about let's see, how bad is this going to be? Okay.
I just feel like it's
You
down
get
there
about-
behind us talking.
You get about
the whole
10 feet into the air, and 10 feet up the ladder, and you kind of fall back down, taking 5 bludgeoning damage. And you kind of shake it off. It's able to knock you kind of like, okay. And so you try to gather yourself and start back up the ladder. You get about 20-25 feet. Make another dexterity saving throw for me, please.
I'm afraid.
Renarius is having a lot of trouble too, so Renarius is kind of down there with you, struggling, and he's trying to be like, you can do it, Zavar. I believe in you. What'd you roll?
Thank you.
What'd you roll, Zavar?
17.
Okay, so you're able to get back up there. Renarius is trailing just a little bit behind you, still having a little bit of trouble, but you both seem to be able to, with a little bit of you get a couple of splinters here and there, a couple of close calls between the two of you, but you're able to get toward, up the ladder. It's about 40 feet up there. Once you get up to the top of the ladder, as I said, I think it was like 40 to 50 feet. There's a little ledge that leads you to a small little hallway, a small little tunnel that seems to lead to a set of stairs that seem to kind of like turn around. These are stone steps in a little bit better condition than the ladder that you ran into before. And then they seem to go up.
Great. More stairs.
Better than this ladder.
Okay. Anyone want to do anything before you start going up the steps, or anyone not going up the steps?
I suppose we could rest for an hour.
Yeah, does there look like anything immediately dangerous in this little section before the steps?
No. You have a little platform. You have a little tunnel hallway here that does kind of go into stone. So you do have a kind of half dirt surface, a half stone surface, and probably like a maybe like a 15 by 25 foot area.
To the stone stairs, is it open stairway going up so somebody can look up and see how high up the stairs
it
go?
turns around. It seems to turn.
Okay.
And then even and you can't, there's no way to look up at the steps.
Doesn't.
All right, Tegan will wait here, and I will stealthily, as I can,
Wait,
go up the
Tegan.
stairs.
wait.
I could help with that if you're looking to go. Oh, sorry, Jabba. So you having something?
Just gonna. Gerbil's tired, but he's gonna patch on the shoulder. And be like, "It's just good luck, whatever, guidance."
I'll put my hand on the back of your shoulder too, and just I'll turn you invisible for about. This is just a regular one. You do anything and it'll disappear, but it lasts up to an hour.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
The guidance is a D4 for ability check.
Okay.
All right. So you are going up the steps, Tegan.
Mhm.
Now. So I forgot about your spiders.
If you want, I'll just dispatch them.
Okay. I mean, you don't have
say the
to.
We'll say I was thinking that the ladder space was probably going to be too tough for them to get up anyway.
They would have had to have gone up by themselves, so either at the end or somewhere in the middle. I mean, they could probably climb up the wall because it would have been it's almost like a tunnel of sorts. So they could climb up the wall if you wanted them to.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep if we can keep
Okay.
them. We'll keep. Yeah.
Okay,
they can
I
help.
would say I'm not going to make them roll for anything for that because they're spiders and they can climb up surfaces easily. It's just dirt.
Okay.
So, yeah, so they can stay with you. So you do have your two spiders as well.
Okay, I think I have to. It doesn't say, but I'm probably thinking
Is it an
I have to
hour that it stays up?
an hour. Yeah. So
You're probably looking at.
it's probably getting
It
cold.
hasn't. I mean, what we did before, with all. I mean, I know it took a lot of time, but I was treating it a minute or two, a round almost, a round or two for our turns, before. So I would say it's been 30 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, they're going to have to stay within verbal distance of me. So if I'm going to continue to command them, so.
Okay.
Gerbil distance? What? I'm tired.
You know what? You know what? I'll. If that's the case, then stealth being more important than them, I'm gonna just break them and dispatch them.
Okay. All right.
When you say
So-
dispatch them, do they die?
They just
do they go
disappear.
away?
They just disappear. Yeah. It's a concentration spell. They just Yeah.
Okay. So you spiders disappear.
Mr. Tegan, I'm not feeling too well.
And you have invisibility
That's
on
the
you.
Right.
So you start going up the steps.
Mhm.
Are you going until you find an exit? Or going until you find an end to the steps, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Tegan, make a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
Don't forget the D4 if you want to use it.
16 plus 7, 23.
Sorry.
Sure, I
missed-
think it's a one use D4 or
Yeah, it's a one
Or-
use, so
all right.
I'd
I'll
save
hold-
it then. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it. Yeah, so 23 is the number.
23. As you're going up these steps, and I would say about 30 feet up, and it's a very, probably like a 20-foot, no, we're not even that much, like a 15-foot radius turn, and so it's a spiral staircase leading up. And there are no, like, windows or anything. It is just stone. And no, I guess I haven't been factoring that in. But, do you have dark vision, Tegan? As an elf, right?
60 feet.
Yeah, so it is dark here, but you can see in it. And yeah, so you get about 30 feet up this spiral staircase. I would say you start to notice, like, engravings in the wall. Like you put your hand on one at first and then you kind of like look at it. Give me 1 second. Let me just look up something really quick to see. Okay. So I'm assuming, and maybe you can answer this, Dan, like dark vision, do you see in color or is it just black and white? In color, is it just like seeing? You're muted. You're muted. You're talking so much and you're muted.
Started eating my chips and they not so loud. So it's shades of gray. You can see like not colors or like fine detail, but like anything that's raised or depressed gives off like a different shade of gray. So
yeah.
How
okay.
Contrasty.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I would say that you're able to feel it. Thank you, Dan. You're able to feel it at first, and it looks a little. You kind of take a closer look at it if you get really close to it, to the wall. It does look like that something's been carved into this. Not extremely deep, but since you were able to feel it at first, I'd be, you can tell that there's something there. Maybe I would say with your study, with your senses, that you'd be able to know that if you have a light or something, that you might be able to see it better. But yeah.
Okay. I'm going to press on, but I'll make the, it's like, do I go back down and tell everybody, or it's like we should find out where the stairs go first before. So they're still waiting on me. So.
Yeah. If you want to continue up the steps, you continue up for like another probably like 20 feet.
Okay.
And you hit, and you see that like, it ends, and above you is a hatch door.
We can't go back.
I saw this coming.
It's not Judy's boat. It's not Judy's boat.
I am laughing. So chat, or those watching, I'm laughing because in our Zoom chat, just as I was ready to say that, Jonathan put the numbers from Lost. And
Right when she said the word hatch, it was perfect timing. It was
perfect timing. It was perfect timing. So it's like, you can't tell too many details of it, but it looks like a swing door that maybe has like a latch on it.
I will give it a very gentle push to see if it's locked.
Well, there's like a latch on it, so you.
Oh, the latch is on the inside. Okay.
Yeah, the latch is on the inside.
I'm going to very carefully unlatch it.
Okay. All right. Make a strength check for me.
Okay, wasn't expecting strength. Okay.
It's a heavy door, and it's a heavy latch with a lot of girth to it. So.
Okay. Strength.
Would that be athletics? Sorry, just to check, because you mentioned once before to maybe check.
Oh,
But no, that's just me.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
I don't know, Dan, you're muted.
You can either make a thank you, Dan. You can either make a straight strength check or an athletics check. For some reason, I forget about athletics and acrobatics.
Don't matter. Same number either way.
Not for a
and really bad. I rolled a 2 for a total of 1.
Okay. Yeah, you're not able
able to.
You try to get this latch undone, and it seems to
Okay, time to
She's
report
strong.
back.
too strong for you.
Time to
Uh,
report back.
Okay.
So I will go back down the stairs
Okay.
and I will poke Kazeel since I'm invisible.
Oh,
And hi,
Oh.
readers, welcome.
hey, Raiders. Is
Um,
that... Just turn around towards the poke and is that you, Tegan?
yeah. Considering it's 60 feet, almost 60 feet up the stairs, I'll talk in a normal voice. I'll let everybody hear. Okay. It goes up about 50 feet. Kazeel, if you want, I guess Renarius, notice about 30 feet up on the walls, you'll start to see engravings. I couldn't make it out too well, but somebody with, I guess, more intelligence than me, dare I say, can make something out of these engravings. But Gerbil,
I'll look at Renarius. Yep.
Huh?
I need it. There's a really heavy
Take a
latch
look.
at the top. I might need your help with.
Okay.
There's a little hatch at the very top, about 50 feet up.
Oh,
Cool. Cool.
So
All right.
that's the situation. Nothing. Yeah, about 50 foot of stairs, engravings. If anybody wants to take a look, at 30 feet up on the walls.
Is there a rush? Can we, I mean, it's safe, right? The hatch hasn't been open. It's not open. So we could take a nap. No one's down here.
No, a short nap, like I don't know, short rest. Just words.
Yeah, what?
Would you say?
Oh my god, with the phrase for that. Just about an hour where I don't do anything. Sarah Gerbil.
Hey,
Just
I
If
feel
you-
that.
I don't see the hurry. Yeah, nothing's
I
coming up
could,
from behind.
Famous last
drinking a little water.
No, I don't see the hurry.
The Laudna, you can take a look at the inscriptions while.
Oh, that's a good idea.
okay. She's slumped on the floor now. She's determined to take a short rest, whether you let her or not.
Yeah.
I think I can help you with that, Kazeel.
Wonderful. Eager to see what it is.
All right.
Thanks again for that, Tegan.
So we
I'll-
take a short rest.
Yes,
official?
except for Kazeel
All
and Renarius, who are going up to check the engravings. Yeah, the rest of you can take a short rest. Renew some of your hit points. Let me look at Pixrun really quick because I know that she was pretty low. Let's see here. Where do I do that?
You hit the short rest button.
Hit dice.
Yeah.
Okay. I might not be able to just hit a button on hers since I can't.
Oh, right.
Since I don't have control of it. So we're just gonna look at the hit points die here and go off of that. Let's see here.
Wait. I guess I've never done short rest in D&D Beyond. Is there a trick?
It should be just next to
Yeah, it didn't do anything.
long rest.
Yeah, I highlighted the hit die I would use, then didn't do anything.
Yeah, I clicked. It said, yeah, it didn't do it.
Oh no.
All right, so just it does at least tell you how many you get for each. So,
Okay, it did. Okay,
Oh,
I
you
guess
have
I
to
just have to
select
roll.
how many hit die you're going to use. In the
Yeah, I
bottom.
did,
Did
and it
access
still didn't do anything. I mean, it got
Any-
okay.
automatically apply healing with dice result is checked off.
Yeah. Let me hit it again. See what happens. Oh wait.
Oh, you know why? Because
You have completed a short rest. Okay, it just doesn't do the hit dice for you, I guess.
It's so weird.
Guess I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Roll some dice.
yeah, 2d8.
Nice.
This is actually the first time I've ever actually done hit dice. I've always just done long ones.
12. Okay.
Alright. Oh, I get to roll so many dice. I'm so happy. Cool.
Once we're heading up, I'll head a little bit ahead of Renarius.
Oh yeah, while
Just
they're
to,
doing that, we'll go
mhm.
ahead and so you head up a little. So you go a little bit ahead of Renarius. Is there a reason, or are you going to do anything, or just?
We're researching rooms.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now, do you have dark vision, Chuziel?
Let's
Renarius
see.
doesn't.
Yes,
That
60
was not
feet.
good.
of
Okay.
vision.
As you straight up into the
As good as I
the
need
stairs,
it
here's the I'll put a hand on your back to guide.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry, lad. Just I'll
Actually,
take one of my torches out and
Okay.
cast light on it.
Okay.
Here you go.
Thank you. So the two of you walk up the steps about 30 feet in that spiral staircase that you heard me describe to Tegan. And yeah, you come across one name engraved, kind of lightly, not deep into the stone. And you come across several more. I won't make you roll anything to see these, but
Okay.
they are familiar, and I can read them
Ooh.
again, but I'll just tell you what they are. They are the names of the those involved in the founding of the library. But not all of them. So I guess I should
Oh.
say. It looks like the ones listed are Bastille Sem, Nara, Tuli, and I'll put these into chat too.
Thank you.
Kamashamar, Lutheus Ceridon, Nidrano, Magnus Fenton, Benil Sprocket. So let me just go do this. Everyone except pretty much Agnes Alpin. The rest of the names that I gave to you on the list of like the founders of the library that
Okay.
you saw in the portraits.
Mhm.
So everyone except Agnes Alpin.
Do we recall whose the ancestor that is? Did someone say it out loud?
Isn't Alpin the current head of the library?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who we've just seen portraits of. So,
Right. Well, that's interesting, lad. I guess they were all down here, but not that one.
Oh, also there's actually another one. Aethera isn't listed, which was a
Aethera.
drow, I think, portrait.
Oh, okay. I wonder if they were recruited later, or what this means. Well, I suppose we should let everyone know. Maybe we could take ourselves a short rest too, if we have enough time. Glide away if you were. Hold the torch out if you would, if it helps you. And I'll head back down. I mean, was there anything else there? Or it was really just those names.
Nope,
engraved?
just those names carved in.
May I ask, did it look like very official, like someone might have been hired to do this, and it's all neatly placed out, or is it more like people that sign a tree trunk, like we were here?
or prison.
Mm.
It looked like I'll say it looked like individual scriptures, like signatures.
Okay, thank you very much.
Very crudely done since it's in stone, but yeah,
Mm,
they didn't all look like they were done with the same hand.
gotcha. Okay, thank you. I'll head back down. I'll try and get in on a short rest if that didn't take us too long.
If
and let
everyone's
everyone
willing
know.
to be there for more than an hour, sure.
Okay. I'll play it by ear. If everyone wants to go, I'll go.
Okay.
But hey, and there's all the names except those two.
Interesting.
Looks like signatures too, so not anything official. Sometimes in places like these, they'll hire someone to do it all, but looks more like while they were just a group, perhaps. But when they first built whatever's up there, this down here.
Yeah, I think more sounds like makes more sense that we're at the foundation of something.
I mean, aren't all dungeons?
Under something? Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Alright.
let's go check out that hatch.
Alright. I'll follow Gerbil up the stairs.
So you'll have taken about an hour and a half rest, I'll say, probably. And so it wouldn't have taken them that long to like look at the names and come back down. So yeah, you go up to the hatch, about 60, about 55, 60 feet up the staircase. These like spiral staircase. And you run into a hatch. For those without dark vision, you'll have to like hold on to someone,
I'll give everyone torches. And,
Okay.
well, I'll give
Alright.
one torch. Rhaenyra.
Yeah, that'll be enough. That'll be enough.
I'll just-
Rhaenyra will lead the
sorry.
way or kind of stay in the middle to guide people. And so y'all get to the top. You're able to see the hatch. Looks like it's made out of some sort of metal. And has a metal latch on it that looks pretty secure. And maybe, I guess not really. It doesn't look like that it's used often, I guess, I should say. Oh, thank you, Dan. I didn't think about that.
What did I?
Or no,
did I
that was
say?
Michelle. Never mind.
Yeah. I don't want to take credit for good ideas. Never mind.
Sorry, everyone. I accidentally covered up the map. That's
I'm
not
okay.
in use anymore. So let me actually take a leap
Oh.
here and just go to the RP
Mhm.
screen. Yeah, that's
does
what I thought. Okay. Yep.
Does my that's a good point, Frank. Does my signature on the wall look like my signature now? Like if I signed it way back in the day, does it have like the same sort of like styling?
Eyes dotted with little hearts.
It does look similar. It does look similar.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Now I will assist Gerbil in trying to get the hatch open.
Okay.
Okay.
So a gerbil make a strength check or an athletics check with advantage.
Okay. And before I do that, Gerbil's gonna, cast guidance on himself.
Okay.
Knuckles, cast guidance. And with advantage. D4. Here we go. It got stuck in the dice tower. Come on. There we go. Okay. Not that bad. I'll roll the D4 just guys. 22.
Okay. I would say that with Tegan's help, you are able to get this latch unlatched. Yeah, you hear this kind of scraping of metal. Then it gives, and it seems like the hatch door seems to kind of pop just a bit, like it's loose.
I guess we'll.
Okay, push it up.
Is it above it? Yeah, it's like we're pushing.
Yeah,
up.
yeah, you're pushing up. Light streams out into the sky. I'm just kidding. It's the Lost reference.
We're gonna. We're gonna. Gerbil's at least. If Tegan's fault, but Gerbil's gonna do the whole Ninja Turtles sewer grade. manhole cover.
Yes.
Just kind of clue peek out.
I love it. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So you peek out, Chirple. Interesting. You are.
I lose my eyes.
You look around, and you're immediately hit with sunlight. You look around and you see. It seems to be that you're inside of a fallen structure. You can see the sky, but there seem to be some stone walls, kind of partially around where this hatch is located. You see kind of a little like a platform of sorts that's been built up. There are a bunch of, let's see here. And you also hear, as soon as you open this hatch and stick your head out, you hear waves crashing. And you kind of get that kind of at first you get a little bit like you hear the waves crashing and you're not sure if it's like part of like the thought of like, oh, this is the sea, and so you start smelling this kind of like salty, kind of smelling that kind of salt in the air and that kind of, beach smell. But then like it's kind of like immediately replaced with something a little foul. And yeah, I mean, you can see a little bit, I guess, through the walls that seemed like, as I said, you're in kind of like this like structure that looks like it's kind of crumbled down a bit, made out of stone. You see some wood on the ground as well. A little bit of maybe some skeleton bones here and there. But you can see through and see some of the sky, which looks to be this very interesting shade of blue. And can also see, I would say that you probably mostly see blue. And maybe a little bit of like water in the distance.
You said it was like the sky was like interesting blue.
Yeah, it's not your typical like maybe Osbergen sky blue. Almost like a greenish blue.
Gerbil's gonna stealthily try to climb out.
Okay. All right, so make a stealth check for me, please.
Last time I did a stealth check, I got stabbed and was poisoned for 6 months.
That's about time to do it again.
Yeah.
When you're right, you're right. 3 plus 7 is 10.
Okay.
So stealthy.
Should have saved that guidance.
No.
So you stand
like
up,
inspiration?
Gerbil. Make
No.
a Constitution saving throw for me, please, as you stand
Constantly.
stealthily.
Let's go. See, there we go. Now it's better. That's a. Oh gosh, that's a 24.
So you stand up, Gerbil, and you feel this very interesting, like, nausea, and you're not really sure why. What can I say? It kind of reminds you of like when you're moving through a teleportation circle.
Like when we traveled to a different plane? Like
Yeah.
that kind of nausea?
Yeah. But it's not as bad. It's very faint. And you kind of feel just a tad bit of a lightheadedness. But you're
Just
able to
'cause-
fight. You're able to fight it off pretty quickly, though, with that roll. So
All right. Okay. Is there anything around the hatch?
So around the hatch, as I said, you see these kind of crumbled in stone walls. Massive stone blocks and splinters of wood on the floor. As you look up, it looks like that maybe this was a tower of sorts. Probably outside the hatch and to like the walls, you might have like maybe a 30 by 30 circumference or 30 by 40 circumference that this building would have been. The walls, the crumbled walls, go up probably about 30 to 40 feet, probably, with a few stones kind of going a little bit higher. Looks like maybe you can see remnants of a second floor but nothing really leading to it. There is you'll see a wooden ladder kind of leaning up against a wall. To your right, because you're kind of in the corner, you'll also see some like scattered bones on the floor, as well as some. That's right, I made a little like thing for this, as well as some like glittering things on the floor as well. Especially to your right, about 15, starting about 10 feet away from you, 15 feet away from you, looks like a platform of sorts, that might have been like kind of fashioned from like fallen stone, or maybe just the way that the building fell created this like platform that's probably about 15 feet up off the ground. You see interesting things on top of this platform, like some twigs and stuff. And I would say, make a nature check for me, please.
Nature check.
Yeah, why not?
Whoa, I didn't even know this. Gerbil's proficient in nature.
Look at that.
What?
7 plus 5, 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks kind of like a nest, a really big nest.
Oh no.
You see some twigs, some like, and then like especially around this platform area, you see probably more gemstones and gold together than you've ever seen together. It's just kind of pouring onto the floor. There's piles like around this platform. You see kind of glittering kind of in the sunlight as it shafts through the fallen pieces of this building. And also some glittering kind of like almost interwoven in like the twigs and everything that this nest creates. And maybe if you look on the walls that kind of like are around, like, you know, they have this platform and then you have like some of the leftover stone walls from the crumbled building around it, you'll see a little bit of an almost like a light blue, light pinkish glow kind of like reflecting onto the walls. And also would probably, the sun and everything would also be sending probably a lot of refractions and reflections in the room from the gemstones and the gold as well.
And they're all just piled.
Yeah, just all
around.
kind of like is centered, it seems, close to this platform. Just you almost probably even see like a pile of it on the platform as well, like inside, like around where this nest is.
Okay. And you said this was like a tower.
Yeah, it's like
So,
a crumbled
like, are we
tower.
on
So
the-
it's like, it looks like it's been like through something.
So like,
yeah.
but like the tower's above, like we're at the base of a tower.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right,
Like if this tower was standing, you'd be on like on the ground floor.
gotcha. Okay. Gerbil's gonna. I imagine Tegan's still watching him from the hatch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Question, with your looking around, are you staying right there at the hatch or are you walking around any?
He'd probably take just a couple steps closer, slowly
To the platform?
to the platform to see if there's anything in the nest.
I'll also mention that probably taking those couple of steps, you would see that there are there's like a very clear doorway that leads out into what looks like a beach, and you can definitely see the water in the distance.
Oh, okay.
The beach looks interesting. Like it looks like a beach, and and it's close to the water. It's close to what seems like maybe an ocean. But there's something different. There's something and you probably can't tell from this distance. Just something seems off. You would
Okay.
notice. Make a perception check for me to see if you notice this.
Nope. 6.
Okay. Okay, so you take a couple of steps closer. So you do notice that. So you notice that you can go out of this like rubble onto the beach. But and there are, it's a fallen building, I've already said. But as you take a couple of steps closer to this platform, you're only 7 feet tall, so it is above you a bit. You would be able to see that these are indeed piles around, like, close to this platform, like almost like, imagine like if like all of this gold and gems were just kind of dumped onto the platform and then just the axis just kind of like rolled off onto the floor. That's what it looks like. Gemstones, rocks, plenty of gold, silver, maybe some other like gold items in there, mixed in that aren't quite, probably some coins in there that you don't even recognize.
Okay. He's gonna get closer to the doorway and just kind of like slowly peek out of the doorway, but as he's getting to the doorway, he's still keeping an eye on the nest to make sure nothing...
Yeah, you're being very perceptive. Why don't you make a fresh perception check for me then, please?
Can I guess guidance again? On myself?
Is it a cantrip?
Yeah, it's a cantrip. Or
Yeah.
does it... Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a little better. Not much. 13.
Okay. All right. Yeah, looking kind of, you step a few feet closer to this doorway, and you're able to kind of see out the beach, and the water looks real. The sky is that interesting blue. And I will say that with each step you take, you feel uneasy and a little like lightheaded. Like you feel the lightheadedness kind of coming back, but then like you kind of center yourself and it gets better with your roll before. But you still feel that kind of lightheadedness here and there if you're not paying attention. And as you get close to the door, you notice, water. Okay, weird. But it's the beach itself, the sand. You see some it's mostly like you see some sand, and you also see a little bit of rock. But then also you notice bone. There are just a lot of bones kind of sticking up from what's left of the sand, I guess you could say. It's almost like someone went to the beach and just scooped up as much sand as they could and took it with them. I would say that as you walk closer to this door, you can tell that the sand is definitely darker in color than what you would find on the beaches in Osbergen. And it just seems like someone has tried to take as much of it as they can. And then with some of the sand missing, and you start to see this kind of bone sticking up, and here, you'll see a bone in one area, and you'll look over here and you'll see a skull kind of sticking up a bit, and look over into another area until you just realize that there's a lot of bodies just everywhere. These bodies, you're not looking at skin and muscle, but mostly bone, clothing, and other kind of substance that you're unsure what it is without a closer look. And also, beyond that, I'm sorry, what were you going to say, Gerbil?
I was just gonna ask from my distance. Can I tell? Are the bones like undisturbed, or do they look like they've been like gnawed on or broken or anything? Are they all just like in like something just died there and stayed there, or were they disturbed? Or...
Do we want
Okay.
to know the answer yet?
It's hard to tell if any of them are like broken like that. They're just it's a lot, Gerbil.
So
I would say
so many
that
that I can't.
I would say that you've probably, as a bugbear, seen the effects of war, and what this reminds you of with your life experience is like an open mass grave. Beyond the bone and kind of close to the water, you see a figure sitting back to the building, the fallen building, and just kind of sitting there at the edge. And you hear in your mind, I was wondering when you would come. And that's how we're in tonight's session.
This isn't a voice we recognize, is it? Can I ask that, or is that?
Is it his voice
Find out next
Gerbil
week?
recognized? Is it in all our heads or just
No,
Gerbil's?
it was just Gerbil's.
Oh!
Gerbil, make
Only
make
Gerbil
make a wisdom check for me, or intelligence, whichever one you want to make.
They're both not good.
Well, sorry.
Let's do
Sorry for
wisdom.
your luck.
Can I do another guidance? No,
Hey, you
I
want-
guess I
you
wouldn't
want-
have. I
you
wouldn't
want
have
my
10 times.
inspiration?
Yeah, you wouldn't have time to cast guidance on yourself.
I'll take your inspiration if you're giving it. Since
Yes,
this is it.
last chance.
What's the inspiration?
I think
D10.
it's a D10 now. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, it actually gets
Here we
used.
go.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's could be better, could be worse. Whew, rolled a 9 on that D10.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that is 22.
Okay. Do you want me to say it aloud? Or do you want me to message you?
I'll leave it up to DM's discretion.
I'm gonna message you, and you can say it if you want to.
Whispers.
After he picks himself up off the floor.
What? Oh snap!
Okay. All right. Well, that's the end of tonight's session. Until next
Oh
week.
damn!
Oh,
Thank you, viewers, for watching. You are the best. Thank you so much, players, for tonight. It was a lot of fun. And we will hopefully see you next week on another The Forsaken. Well, we have a lot of content. Let me go ahead and go over our schedule. You remember streams. I don't really have an updated schedule to throw up, but Mondays, Fridays, currently Mondays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, you have D&D 5e content here on the channel. Twice on Saturday at 6 p.m., then another time at 10 p.m., and the other evenings is at 10 p.m. Eastern time as well. Sundays, we also have a new thing, a new show called Mad Games at Dusk with Trisha, who is playing some video games, and so that's really exciting. That debuted this past Sunday, so we're really excited about that. We have our recap shows that we play before the campaigns now that are back. We have more shows coming, so stay tuned. Including returning shows, including new stuff. So super excited. So we will bring it over to someone right now. Do we have someone, Dan? Nope. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. That's okay. You couldn't find anyone, or?
I didn't look.
Okay.
I'm not on my
Okay.
game.
All right. That's
I'm
fine.
like processing. Like, who
That's
is
fine.
this?
That's fine. We'll just go ahead and end it here. Thank y'all so much. You're the best. And we have a Patreon that we're reworking, so head on over there. Look us for us on Patreon. We have other stuff coming as well. So
Movie night this week.
All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Oh yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Mhm.